What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday night. Okay, I know it's freezing for most of us because it's freezing for me right about now. What's going on, everybody? This be your boy Scattered by Nature TV. We also have Josiah's World TV, and we have Maddie Rance in the building as well. And this is Boys Night Out. Jamar's not here because he's not feeling good. T isn't here because he's doing a live right now. He should be here later on in the show, but however, the three of us are going to hold it down for the time being. What's going on, y'all?
Nothing much, man. Just Saturday, you know. I was chilling with May. I was like, oh damn, let me hop on here.
Your ass baking cookies. Your ass baking cookies.
That must be code for having sex viciously.
Not having
No,
sex.
we was really baking some Christmas cookies.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not about to do what you.
I didn't do anything. I opened my mouth and I said, oh.
And that said everything I need to.
Did you decorate those cookies?
Well, I was in the middle of it, but I'm gonna do it when I get done.
Oh, so you were in the middle of it. Okay.
Oh. No, that's beautiful.
See, just 2 weeks ago, Maddie said, Scotty, you be saying shit that you know I'm gonna respond to. Maddie do the same thing. He knew I was gonna hop right on the bandwagon.
I just clocked in, y'all. I just want to take my first call today. Thank you for calling.
What you got going on, Maddie? What's going on?
Girl, fuck Christmas, fuck the holidays. I've been going through my own little seasonal depression.
Oh yeah, me too.
Bitch, you baking cookies. Okay, wait, I'm just playing with you. I know what you're saying.
I was in the hospital a few days ago.
Well,
flu.
Yeah.
And,
I'm with the flu?
With the flu, and then I got a vaccine for a new condition, and I had an allergic reaction to it, so I've been in the hospital, and then I've been depressed too this week in the hospital, so I understand.
See, let me tell you something. I grew up in the day and age where if we caught the flu, my mother throw vitamins at me, some chicken noodle soup, and tell me to mind my business and stay out of her face. I'm glad you're okay, and I'm glad you're fine, and all that jazz. Because I know that could have gotten much worse and been a whole lot worse than that. No, for me, it's been a mentally interesting journey this week for me. Hi therapist, thanks for help. I was not in the best headspace this week. Just coming up around Christmas, I don't feel the spirit. I don't feel the holiday. The person who I was talking to, I mean, we're not anything, but I even mentioned because we were in Bath and Body Works. I was like, this would be really nice, something to have or to get for Christmas. Oh, I don't do all that stuff for Christmas. I said, oh, what if I got you something? Oh, I really hope you don't get me anything for Christmas. So
wow,
I'm not in the mood anymore for a lot of things, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what I'm gonna do besides go live on that day and just, I guess, dedicate my time to my channel. So yeah, I hope everyone else has a better holiday than I'm having, because this is a gross month. I hate it right now.
Well, for me, I hydroplaned Monday.
Oh.
Slid off the road Monday on my way home from work. So now my anxiety is on 10. I attended a funeral yesterday, and I'm not really in the Christmas mood either. But I'm never in a Christmas mood.
This bitch in the hospital, this one went to a funeral. What am I complaining about?
Yeah, it seemed like this has been a rough week for everybody.
Nah, this is since 2012. This has been going on for me. So yeah, I'm unfortunately running on a decade now of here we go again. So, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. Something could pop up. Something cool could happen. I don't know.
But I
can pull up and bring a champagne bottle.
I'd have to pull up. And I live on the north side of town. Thank you. So that's an hour of pulling up. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I'm downtown, so I'm in the middle of everything.
So you are an hour away from me. Bitch, I'm on the north side of town. No, I don't know right now. I don't want to be around people.
Yeah.
To be honest, physically. Because, I wanted to hang with my friends. I couldn't do that the other day. It's weird. I just feel weird. I'm on autopilot right now. I'm like, jokes are coming out. I sound fun. This is great. I turn off this camera and I get right back into my.
That's normally how it is.
No, not for me, bitch.
I'm saying, like, sometimes when we're going through things, we can hop on camera and put on this face and entertain, and then once we're done with it, we right back to square one again.
The fact that I have gone back to old shows that I've watched in the past that I haven't touched in years is telling me stories that's getting in my spirit right now. Like, okay, I started watching this show again. I must be not feeling an energy. Something about it. Because I wouldn't have it's been a minute. And I'm like, oh, I'm starting to watch marathons of this old show I used to watch 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So we'll see. I don't know what happened. I have high hopes, but I'm just like, I don't know.
Well, I definitely understand where you're coming from, but I definitely hope that it gets better. You know what I mean? Because this is the season to be jolly and shit like that. So you would want to be that way, but because I definitely feel like a Grinch myself. I definitely feel like a Grinch.
Like, Scotty, I don't even know how to describe it, friend. Like,
yeah.
Bitch, I was put me under the mistletoe with somebody so I can let have and be all. Like, honestly, I think also me moving into my new place too, I'm getting a sense of loneliness already because I was with a roommate for the last 5 years of me living in like LA and then in Vegas and in Houston. And so I'm now by myself again. And I'm just like,
yeah,
I like to talk. And I can't talk to myself all the time because then I'll be crazy. But I low-key am already. So
and can we just pinpoint on that living by yourself, the transition from living with someone, either if it's your mom, your roommate, your cousin, to living by yourself, it can be lonely. But child, sometimes I'll be sitting up in this 2-bedroom apartment, I'll be like, what the do I hear something? I'll be under the covers, scared as hell. I'll be like, damn. And then you know what? It's so funny because depression tries to hit you the worst when you're by yourself.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Right now, I'm just cars and drive, just pressing gas right now. So,
well, like I said, I pray that it gets better for all of us. You feel what I'm saying? Because it ain't been good for none of us this week. But as far as you're concerned, I understand where you're coming from. I definitely get it. So, I understand.
We'll be all right.
However, I want to start off the show by asking a specific question to you guys.
No.
And the question is, what celebrities do you just genuinely dislike? Like, what celebrities do you dislike just based off of the things you see?
You want me to start from the top or the bottom? So, and where is this going? Because are we sending them something for Christmas?
No, we're not sending them anything.
I can pee on paper and mail it. Yeah.
I just want to know, like, you just the ones off the top of your head.
Kanye West,
Ooh.
Christian Walker,
Ooh.
Candace Owens. Ooh. All right, now that we're done with the black people, let's go to the white folks. Throw a rock. I said throw a rock, whoever it hits. Boosie. Whoever's in charge of Beyonce's visuals. all white people that still use the N word and Av formation. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Mm.
Joe Budden.
Oh, we're just naming people. This is how this is going. Okay.
Tory Lanez.
Well, Tory Lanez, I don't consider a person. I find him to be an action figure that is walking around here, not being bought or sold to anyone. So,
DJ Academics as well.
oh, we talking about breastises?
DJ Academics is
It's always men with breasts that want to be sitting there talking the most shit, and it'd be like, I know you ain't coming for nobody with that B cup, girl. I know you're not over there. You have no problem yelling at women in public. We all saw that video.
Yeah, we definitely saw that.
But then also, I would say to the girls who are skeezing over DJ Academics, your pussy radar is on the 0 of levels. Because, like, just because a motherfucker got money don't make any shit. Like, real talk, you look really gross. You're going to have a nice house, and you're going to have a lot of problems.
Yeah, I like DJ Academics is just weird. I just don't like him. That's really what it boils down to.
Anybody that look like they sit down while standing up, I don't trust.
Josiah.
Yeah, definitely DJ Academics. I will also have to say, Tory Lanez, annoying as hell. Boosie, absolute most.
Can we have 50 Cent to this?
I was 50 Cent was right in my head.
Yes.
I definitely can't stand 50 Cent.
Oh,
6-year-old gunshot victim in women's business.
Exactly.
Robin Dixon.
No, for Potomac.
What did Robin do?
Huh?
What did Robin do?
No, she just annoying as hell.
You can add Giselle to that list too.
They're necessary. I would be bored with Potomac if they weren't on there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we would be bored without them. We just can't stand it.
Because what are we really going to talk about? Candace's singing career for 12 episodes in the season? And for all you Candace stands out there, suck on my dick. But, like, seriously, though. Calm the fuck down. This is just a little light shade. That's not entertaining. Wendy? No. Karen is funny when she works around people that hate her.
Yes.
Same thing goes for a lot of them. Now, Mia can kick it. I have never seen someone's face transition into the opposite of seeing eye dog. Okay. Like I just ask her what's going on downstairs, upstairs. If I've seen the face of the moon, I've seen Mia's face. I mean, her and low-key Kenya were the same, but Kenya has filled in some of those holes. See, she has more city funding in places of streets and neighborhoods that have holes in their
and Kenya has a likable side. We can't say the same for me.
I liked Mia in the first season. I don't like Mia this season.
I never liked her.
Why is that?
I just feel like she lies too much. And it's just I just never seen it from Mia at all. I've never seen it from Mia.
Do you feel that the comments that are made coming from Mia, Karen, not Karen, because they don't include Karen in this, Giselle and Robin have coloristic tones to it? That's all I see on Twitter. I don't see nothing else but that. And then when someone who is dark skinned corrects it and like, well, girl, you just. And I'm like, that's why I don't even want to engage with this season like I thought I did, because I feel like no matter what, it's going to come on me like that. Oh, yeah. It's going to come on me like that. And so I know there's been microaggressionable stuff that has been said directly from all three of those fluorescent beige bitches. That I will not deny. I will definitely not deny that. But like in terms of it being full blown, that is why I have not been as interested to talk about the season as possible.
I do think that the microaggressions are the things that's on the forefront, because it's like with Ashley when she said, "I'm not a colorist," and then I was saying to myself, I think I said in the video too, I said, I don't necessarily believe that Ashley is a colorist. Her microaggressions make her look like she's a colorist. It's, if that makes sense.
More, how about what she says with the stuff that is being said comes off that way in her microaggressions, but she may not be that person. Okay, then. So then when do we draw that line when it comes to how we discuss these episodes or choose to criticize these women about how they maneuver and operate, to where it comes to the point where I'm reading and everyone else is reading, well, it's because she's a colorist. And, and that, as a journalist, someone who went to school for journalism, you can't just say shit like that without actual backing evidence to go with it. Because that can be defamation of character and you can be sued for that shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm always looking at these opinions and I'm like, oh, okay. So is it because you don't like her because she's light skinned, or is it because something she said that was wrong, this, that, and the other? Because I'm on team whoever makes the fucking most sense. That's how I operate. Giselle ain't made sense since her other neck dropped.
Well, the colorism situation didn't get brought up until last season with Wendy. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like that also, I said this in a video, Candace, with her interview with Carlos King, I'm not going to say that she pushed the narrative of colorism, but baby, she definitely encouraged the hell out of it, because Candace, being, very book wise and smart with her words, flipped it around and be like, oh, okay, like these women are colorists. Now, do I sometimes look at Giselle and Robin, and I'm like, sometimes they do say colorist things, right? But let's keep
like
it real.
What, for example?
For example, like when they was coming for Wendy last season about her surgery,
okay,
where she got, it was just coming, and they was all coming at her, and I'm just like, okay, this is like a big attack.
That made them colorists?
I don't say to make them colorists, but I feel like that
it comes across that way.
It came across that way.
Is it just because it's a bunch of light-skinned women talking about a dark-skinned woman? Because I'm waiting for the words that were colorists to have come out outside of them criticizing Wendy for getting a new body, when Wendy was just talking about other people being with their bodies the last season, and she come in with this new body the next season. Like there wasn't issues in her marriage, and there were.
Maybe the whole James Harden thing that they said on a podcast is more of an example.
That's what I need. I need something like that. Not they didn't like her because she got a new ass and new titties. You know what I'm saying? I need a statement like, I need something like, she said her hair was nappy, or this, that, and I'm looking for that specifics. And I know that someone may come up to me, because I already had someone in your comment section try that shit. Hope to meet you in person with that energy, baby. Not realizing my family has different tones of melanin, textured hair, et cetera, et cetera. I don't have white siblings, white parents, white grandparents. I have to always state these things because of people's own ignorance towards color and tone within the Black community. But I'm looking for shit that actually sounds like that shit, and not people just not liking somebody and then using that as an argument base, which Candace, I think, would be someone who does that often when it comes to things that actually apply. Like, oh, I can use this to my advantage. Boom. So that's just where I feel with it. Do I think that Giselle has envy embedded in her body? Absolutely. She's jealous of anybody that got something that she don't got. Period. Is Robin miserable because Juan is dixing someone else? Yes. Yes.
Not dixing.
Look at Juan. Are you joking me? He better be putting somebody's bastard children up in there. Please. Please. But I don't know. I was going through comment sections and I was reading stuff, and I couldn't find people's arguments for everything to make sense. Like, say for what you brought up, Scotty, I was like, okay, I can see that. But when it came to these colorist women, it was like, oh, okay. When did that happen? And what are we doing today? And why is that the quickest form to use on someone who's light skinned, say like me, as a way of negating anything that happens? You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I get in those moments where I'm now like, so am I not supposed to be speaking? because now you took my tone and you weaponized it against me because of what has happened systemically in our lives growing up, between the paper bag test, between this, that, and the other, where I may not be thinking that way, but because of what you've been through, I now have to shut down and let you just be. And I can't speak for myself. That's where I be feeling on stuff.
You know what? And I understand where you're coming from with it too. I'm not even going to negate what you said, because in season 5, when the whole thing with Candace and Monique and the fight happened and stuff like that, they were labeling some of us who liked Monique or did not like Candace as a colorist. I was called a colorist.
For what?
I was called a colorist because
she asked to get her ass beat and got beat.
Because I really wasn't.
She said, "Come over here, girl." Did all of that? Are you joking me? Monique wanted, but Monique took that bait though. I'm gonna tell you that.
I was called a colorist during that time because I wasn't even on Monique's side with the situation. I just at the time was not a Candace fan at the time, but because I wasn't, I'm a colorist. I was even accused of being xenophobic, and I didn't even know what the fuck xenophobia was.
That's what. That's what.
Yeah, I didn't know what that. I didn't know what that was.
That's a big no. You do not want to be called that. See,
the thing of it was, I didn't know how to pronounce a scholar's name, so I called her Alaska. And because I called her Alaska, they was accusing me of being xenophobic. They said that the name of scholar is an Ethiopian name, and I'm disrespecting it.
Only in reference to if you weren't trying to actually correct it and you were making a joke out of it. Can I see that to be somebody's argument? But I don't see that for something that you did. As Skylar, that took me a second. I'm from Texas.
Yeah, I mean, most of us didn't know how to pronounce her name.
My A's go rah, and my E's go loo. Okay. But this comment here, colorism doesn't have to verbal, but certain undertones can be depicted. But then I ask questions about those undertones where I have to say, did you dig real deep to find them so that they could actually find relevance? Or because I'm not taking it away. I'm just certain times when I read and listen to certain things, I go,
well, some people feel like that Robin is more aggressive towards darker skinned women than she is her lighter skin.
Oh, well, no, I actually agree with that because that was proven with Monique in that certain scene. You saw how Robin rolled up on Monique when she had the umbrella. I was thinking to myself, you want her to hit you so you can make this a bigger deal than what it is because you don't like that she doesn't agree with you. And to Kimmy's point here, this is what I need, though. This is what I'm asking. I'm not asking to be like, what is being done isn't true. It's just that sometimes people just be yelling into the air.
Yeah.
What about the aggressive things? Mia was praised for violence, but Monique was not. We praised Mia for almost cutting Wendy with her face.
We didn't, but there were people out there that did.
Okay. I think where people also are forgetting sometimes is that they're not praising Mia because Mia's light skin versus Wendy being dark skin. They're praising Mia because they like nonsense. And they want someone who's hideous to do some hideous work. And I think that's
making sense.
That's what I'm just saying. But you see what I'm saying, though? Just like, it's like, come on now. Like, sometimes it's not about the texture and the tone. It's really just because people like dumb shit. Look at Natalie Nunn, as powerfully unimportant as she is. You know what I'm saying?
Not powerfully unimportant.
They put this demon, light-skinned, big chin bitch up in the front who just got called out for her mama being white by a white woman. Let's not forget Sarah. Your mother's name is Karen. Imagine a white woman going to a mixed woman and going, "You're not as black as you want to be." Where are we at for those arguments? You know what I'm saying?
I never knew that her mama was white.
I didn't either. I actually didn't either. But then I found out through a white woman named Sarah that this lady's mother is white. And she used it to take away her blackness in that moment on TV. Mm-hmm. And people read into that like, oh, Sarah got her. Why is Sarah's big-tittied, saline, 39% of her body have an ass? Talking about whether one person's mother is black or white. Girl, fuck off and suck on that black dick that you've been enjoying. But back to this Mia position here. I don't praise Mia for looking like a piece of coral that can kill somebody just by swinging her face at someone. I don't praise Mia for having feet big enough to ask questions on an A&E program about Bigfoot and where is he going to be, possibly in Potomac. I actually was on Monique's side. I was mad production stopped her from getting Candace because when you ask, you shall receive. That's how I feel the world is supposed to be.
Oh
If
yeah.
you want it, you gonna get it. You want this ass whooping? Bracelets off,
That's what I've
sweetheart.
been saying.
Bracelets up. I'm not breaking my good shit. Crazy. I'm gonna get you. Bam, bam. I'm gonna get you. Like,
And you know what? It's so funny. A few like when that happened, me and Layla Lynn TV did a video. Like, baby, me and Layla Lynn was going back and forth. Like it was a real back and forth. Remember, Scotty? Because I was like, Candace was the one who was doing the absolute most, and then she was Team Candace, and we was going back. I was like, girl, she provoked her. Period.
no, Larry's got a good point here. It's the impression you give by pulling double standards. Y'all call her Jizzy. Is that what you really call her? Is that what people online call her? I know her as Neck. That's what I've been seeing online about Giselle. Because I watched the show on my own time and I try to stay, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So she was concerned about me and disgusted by Monique. Okay, so no. See, the difference in that is, and see, once again, you're taking out the element of her just being jealous at Monique for being successful and not having to do with her being a dark-skinned Black woman who is successful. I'm not taking it away that there may be those tones with Giselle. I'm referring to how I didn't jump so quickly to that point because I know Giselle's a jealous bitch. So it's not about Monique being dark-skinned and why does she have more than me? Look at who Giselle married. A whole scrotum sack and still had beautiful kids. Okay, God bless them being with their mama. But like for me, I would say though, with Larry's point here, that to the concern to disgusted effect, that does have tones. I would still say more so Giselle just wanted her gone because then she wouldn't be there to clown her so fucking much. So she was like, I'm gonna say whatever I can say to get this bitch out. Whereas with Mia and showing concern, because Mia's not a threat to her. What has Mia done that would be a threat to Giselle's character on the show? They're both full of shit.
You got a point.
I mean, Sharice over there giving all kinds of Bulldogs Atlanta. And here we go.
No, not Bulldogs.
But maybe I can't say that because, right? But that's not what I mean by the moment. It's that Sharice been brought there to attack him.
Right, looking like Tim Bay.
Listen, you say Tim Bay, I say woo woo. Go Georgia State. But like for real though, you know, Sharice out there looking like a mascot trying to fight people. And I'm like, real talk, girl.
Not a mascot.
They don't got you running around the whole base, but I can see points where yes, absolutely. I wanted Two Geeks and a Nerd Productions. It was a question why Candace goes and she is harsher, but when the lighter women can go in about the same subjects, they're not held. Do they actually go in though? I'm trying to remember a read from Robin that actually stuck.
She can't read.
I'm trying to remember a read from Giselle that actually stuck.
She can't read.
Okay, so they're messy. Is that right? Okay,
yeah,
we'll keep it there. Now, Karen Huger.
Now she can read. She can read now.
To this point, I would say Candace has said some shit that I've been like, and it has nothing to do with her tone. It's me going, well, goddamn. I mean, you don't know how to light read. Nobody, you come from the gutter.
You go in.
And that's fine. I love how a lot of people also just let go of all that shit she said about gay folks back in the day, but that's fine too. They just let that go. Let that go, honey. Let that go. And it's cool. We can do that because some people just did blackface for fun, right? Some people just use that word for fun, right? They didn't know any better. I'm not going to do Candace like that because Candace has been good this season. I've been enjoying her. I don't like her husband.
Okay. Why you don't like her husband?
So he gives me Peter white man tease.
Not him being the white version of Peter.
He's giving white Peter. And the problem is that what happened with Chris got too comfortable. Chris got so comfortable, he thought he could be with literally the villains of the season who were able to now use him in this moment to make a storyline out of it and question Candace's marriage and if it's stable or not. They literally used him in this moment after a whole message about come over to my little event or whatever happened between one person who was Ashley. Yes. And then she carried that bone, then Giselle and all of them. Now, I'm a savage. Now that I can the way they did OG Beach.
Now that was colorism.
Evelyn. Now y'all want to do this today.
Calling that girl a monkey.
Evelyn is the epitome of a colorist and
period.
Jealous bitch that don't like black women but enjoy black men. And I hate to do that and say it like that because I'm all for entertainment, but when I tell you I have seasons of Basketball Wives to prove that one. I've got seasons of it. And the way she hated OG compared to anybody else.
Because we thought she hated Royce, but she hated OG more than she ever hated Royce.
But you want to know why she hates them? And this also goes to Tammy too. Masculine energy. Think about OG's character. Think about Royce's character. Think about Tammy's character. Any woman that had a tinge of masculine energy, Evelyn hated them. Because she was a bully herself.
Right.
She's a bully honey. She's a bully. This bitch literally got her feet on a dining table, ran maybe 20 feet for only 2 feet of that dining table,
just to get Jennifer, the weakest lamb of the bunch. I swear to God, like there's no way on earth I would be Jennifer sitting there in that face with that trout mouth going, ah! I can't believe Evelyn. I can't believe Evelyn. Oh my God. Like I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm sorry. Evelyn is such she hates black women. I'm gonna say it now. Oh, no, she doesn't. Don't say that, Matt, because the journalist, this is all for entertainment. I'm just saying this allegedly. I feel, based off the episodes I watched, absolutely Evelyn. Now that one I can do. Maybe I'm gonna go back through Housewives of Potomac and do an extra rewind on some things and try to look for, but not try to intentionally find stuff. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because sometimes when you intentionally find things, they're there because they never existed. Other times you actually find stuff you missed. That's what I'm going to do when I go back because I want to catch more than what I feel like I'm catching.
Yeah.
Are Giselle and Robin evil people? Probably.
It's definitely a follower.
Is this TV also at the same time? Yes. Is this also probably playing into personal relationships? Ask Mia. You brought your best friend on the show just to play them, and now they playing you.
I saw an interview of her. I saw an interview of her best friends just this morning when I was getting ready to go. She said she had no idea what she was walking into when Mia brought her on the show. And the sad part is Mia wasn't the one who brought her on the show. Another cast member recommended her to be on the show, not even Mia. That's what she said.
So who was the other cast member? Do we know who yet? It was Karen.
She didn't say who it was, but I feel like it was Karen.
Because they cool with Jacqueline. Real cool.
Yeah.
Your face.
It was a setup, girl. It was a setup, girl. It was a setup, girl.
Your facial expressions be taking me out.
It was a setup, girl. Spiderweb. I'm not. Okay, here's where y'all are missing my point in this. Because you hear me saying one thing and it feels like you think I'm taking something away from you or saying that you were wrong for feeling some kind of way. I'm not saying that. Please hear me loud and clear and forgive me if I swear, because sometimes I feel like people be taking my words and just go left to fucking left with it. We're not even on the freeway no more. Bitch, we're on farm to market roads, okay? I did not say that there isn't any colorism on the show. I did not say that does not exist. What I said was, can we give some examples? And a lot of you have. Mm-hmm. And I asked questions for some of those examples because as I read them, I was like, that could still be a whole nother energy besides where you're taking it to. So will I look into it in the future? Absolutely. Am I negating that it's happening? No. Am I light-skinned? Yes. Go in the comment section if you feel like it. I don't fucking care. But I'm going to tell you that I'm asking these questions because it's legitimate that some of y'all, not all of you, do jump to those conclusions immediately. Immediately. And now it turns into, well, can we say anything about this, or is this show for you?
And see, and I understand where you're coming from. See, while I do think that there are colorism undertones in a sense on this show, which you have said that you do agree with that part, but you feel like not everything is that particular thing, because it's going to turn into, well, whenever I say something about Candace or Wendy, then I don't like them because they
all of
dark
a sudden
skin.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that
So I get what you're saying.
happened the last time we were speaking on something, and I made a whole reference to this. Some person wrote a whole fucking dissertation, bad skin and all, and I'm like,
you said bad skin.
What are we doing? Like, it wasn't even that deep, and it turned into this full-on you said and I said. No, honey, I don't even know who the fuck you are, what you smell like, what your house look, how dirty your car is, bitch. I don't care. Like, it's just an opinion. But to I'm a Savage's point here, can we at least say when people throw the race card, there are folks that use that motherfucker for no reason, and you be like, that had nothing to do with that. This white man over here was asking you a question about how your day was. All of a sudden, you all kinds of niggas. What? That didn't happen. And it can be utilized in those moments, I'm a Savage, by us, by other folks of different persuasions and whatever. And also with white people too. Let's not negate the fact that white people like to do this real quick. Oh, you're about to throw that race card at me. Haven't even said shit. You told me how you feel about it. You know what I'm saying?
They aren't ready.
But this is me though. I be on ready when I go to places. I be on that. I wish you would say something because I'm a shoulder check kind of motherfucker. Okay, I'll bump a bitch.
Oh, I know that because I've been around you, honey.
You know how I feel, girl. You looked at me funny. Boom, bumped you. Were you gonna do something? No. Okay, walking on then. You ain't that bitch. You ain't about that life. You know, grown ass man. Put them nuts back up in your puss. It ain't for this. Okay, I'll remind you I'm a dude every 5 motherfucker. I'll show you some toxic masculinity real quick. But like.
He will. He'll beat your ass.
He definitely will now.
And I don't want to, but it's that, okay, so now you got to pull me out of me and I got to show you this middle name and how we be. Okay, got you. I'm going to show you this last name, motherfucker shit. I don't want to do that, but I can't. But at the same time, with these situations, that's why I sometimes go, it's best to sit back because I don't know how they're going to react to me. I also don't know where they're from, what they've been around, what kind of neighborhood they grew up, the environment. There are many neighborhoods that are very small and pocketed, very, very compact, and they only show one way of looking at things. And you have to think about folks that have lived there all their lives up till the 18 years old to then finally go to college and finally see something different. Mm-hmm. Not everyone's blessed to travel. Not everyone's blessed to see this earth. So I have to put that into my perspective when folks are telling me, you don't have no say in this because they assumed I was white or Latino, which is, you'd be like, really? Because y'all have met me. But it's like some folks jump so quickly because they have never seen this before. And then I'm like, no, I'm a whole Negro. You want to do black card stuff or what? Like all that kind of jazz. But in reality, I also recognize the privilege I have as being, for someone who is light skinned, I have gotten away with lots. I have witnessed it. I've been a part of it. And I've also not gotten away with a lot, especially once this hair grew. Oh, bitch. Once that texture was on display. Oh, we got you. I know who you are. I'm like, oh, okay. That's fine. Yes. I don't want to be ambiguous.
Exactly.
I'm glad to say that because, you know, like just looking at it, like, let's say a picture of you, it would have been like, hi, I'm Maddie. But you're like the exact opposite. So we have these different stereotypes of, especially, you know, looking at racial, ambiguous people. So that's good.
And I've been blessed to travel this planet, you know what I'm saying, and see all kinds of motherfuckers from east, west, north to south. I have lived in the nicest of houses. I have lived in the poorest of neighborhoods. I know what having a dollar looks like, and I know what being broke is that girl.
Oh, child.
Trust me. So, like, I thank God, even when I have my bad days, I said, I thank you, God, for perspective on things because I had to go live in Greenspoint for them years and work, be with my bae who was on his third strike and, do the extra stuff that I was doing because that's where my life was at. I lived in Fifth Ward for a good amount of time. I lived in Dedham in Houston, Texas, out here, baby, Fourth Ward. I've been there. Also lived in the Woodlands, also lived in Spring, also in River Oaks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so when you get that idea of shit, that's when I become a little bit better at deciphering people's tones and where their intentions come from and why I've been so quick to say, I see your bullshit. I don't play that. So I'll walk away if I can get arrested or I will lose that fight. I'm going to walk away.
Right.
If I know I'm going to get your ass, bitch, and they can't get me, tag, you're it. I'm not a fool. I ain't going to jail for you. Right. But if you on that okay motherfucker level, okay motherfucker. Bitch, I'm Samuel L. Jackson in every movie. You're going to hear this F word 20 times in 2 seconds. Okay.
Well, I would say that this was a good opener.
But it was a really much needed conversation, and I love it.
It was most definitely. I actually enjoyed your point of view on this whole thing because it's much more different than what we hear.
But I didn't want it to come off like I'm negating people's feelings on this topic. I just want to.
It's not at all. It's not at all.
Because I hate when we get so confused in our passion behind our love for things that we then misconstrue stuff. Right. And we then create a narrative because it wasn't totally what you were thinking. When in reality, I'm actually on everyone's side. I'm also just asking questions because it's like, well, bitch, it can't be every goddamn time that happens because they wouldn't be on this fucking show. And I know that Angela Cohen is running this bitch.
Not Angela.
Okay. I know Cohen is running it, but at the same time, like, don't let production fool you. Don't let these people fool you. They listen. They pay attention to what we say. I know it from World of Wonder firsthand. Trust me. They hear us. So, like, they wouldn't be missing those moments, but they do go through those episodes. They break it down. So that's why I'm saying, y'all, just bringing in that.
And I love that we can all, agree on certain situations and bring different perspectives because there's a lot of people, especially Twitter, no shade, they will drag your ass for filth if you say anything what the normal society goes against or does not agree with. So I just thank y'all for just bringing y'all different opinions on certain situations.
I just blocked 2 people on Twitter earlier today before we came on here.
They, especially gay Twitter, child, them girls be cutting the fuck up.
It was so funny because Scotty, you had posted something and this guy had made a comment and then you were like, I don't care. He then went on to his own page to make his own post about it to where one of his friends that knew of the conversation was like, girl, he always does that, girl. And I just found it so funny that they had to take that conversation that should have happened about you on their post to his own page so he could feel free to fucking talk his shit.
Right.
Meanwhile, girl, I know you need a support bra.
They be so mad. Like, I said what I said. Like,
but also, it's the internet. Throw an opinion on the wall and let it see if it sticks. You can respond to folks, but normally if you go in responding to people trying to argue, that's when I go, ooh. Like, we're not doing this. I can debate. We can have a conversation about this. But the moment you've now come to insult me or you tried to shade me looking like the back tooth of somebody that doesn't have a dental plan for 30 years, I don't think so.
Maddie.
Bitch, get your Colgate together before you try to come for me.
Because listen, I think earlier today I said something about, can we stop pretending like Tory Lanez was this huge artist and he never was?
That man wasn't going anywhere.
I said that on Twitter.
Yeah. And he was a professional sampler. Isn't he known like a mini Jacquees? No.
Oh, you would say mini. You would say
not many, because both of them are minis. Both of them are minis anyway. But they were so mad with me and cussed me out, blocked. I'm not gonna argue with you about no damn leprechaun.
I think more people are focused on Megan being wrong and Tory being right because he's a man and she's a woman. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep that on one hundo.
Oh, trust me, we're gonna talk. That's a part of the hot topics tonight, anyway.
Yeah. Be prepared to be mad at me, men. I still got my penis and balls. Be upset.
Well, we can go ahead and get it to the show.
Be upset. Be upset.
Now, as far as the segments for Song and Album of the Week, Reality Star of the Week, and what went wrong, these were chosen because of the last episode. I told you guys that someone who watches the show had sent me some suggestions and I lost them, and they sent them to me again. So these are their suggestions. So let's get into the Song and Album of the Week.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, listen. Every time that music come on, I'd be like, yes. No, I had an Eddie.
I'm here for it too. Okay, so like I said, these were chosen by someone who watched the show. And for the album of the week, we're going to start off. It's an actual soundtrack that they chose. It's a soundtrack. They chose the Boomerang soundtrack.
Oh, that's before your time, Josiah. Let's see.
Well, I love the soundtrack just like everybody else.
Did you watch it on DVD? No, just playing.
I have the DVD. Yes.
All right, Maddie, drop some beats.
I watched it on VHS. But no, that movie is a classic one. A lot of people that know when I say puss puss, that's
right,
where I got that from. That is a portion of where I got that from Grace Jones. Pussy pussy poo poo. And I was like, yup, I'm taking it. But no, the music on that is fire. That's one of the best times.
Love should have brought you home.
Music. Toni Braxton was in her full supremeness at this moment for me. Boyz II Men is
everything.
Baby, I grew up with Boyz II Men, Brian McKnight.
Oh,
okay,
yes,
kind of singers, like them singers that Brian, not love with me. He's like the black Michael Bolton to me. Forget how to fly. Oh, the song is in my head, and roses are blue. Child, I sound like Scotty now, huh?
Oh, don't you do that?
Whoa, in the days of jagged, crooked teeth edge. It was like, damn, not y'all had twins and you both were running field goals up in there, but go off, sister, giving all kinds of Michael Strahan.
I am dead.
I was a 112 fan, to be honest with you.
Oh, you like 112
over Jagged Edge, yeah.
Oh, I'm a Jagged Edge fan. Oh,
I like, something about 112 was better for me, especially when I get on the R2, when I
Slim and the lead singer Slim with that.
He was singing for me. I was like, go ahead.
All the time.
But Jagged Edge, it felt like this.
Why you slick sound like them though?
No, okay, but y'all can't lie. That song "I Gotta Be" by Jagged Edge is my.
That's my favorite Jagged Edge song.
That's my favorite song.
Didn't they? They did "I Want to Get Married" too?
Yeah.
Girl, be the one that will
I would not handle this. I would not take it.
Like how come on, I grew up in the Drew Hill days.
Oh, love Drew Hill, love them.
Mm-hmm.
I love me some Drew Hill now.
I remember when Cisco's Thong song came out and how confused my family was because they loved Drew Hill and he came out with that. They're like, the fuck is this? Oh, goodness gracious. Yes, we can do it anyway. So this baby.
So, what was y'all favorite song off of the Boomerang album?
Pull that thing back up. Pull the visual up for me, honey. I'm old. I need glasses.
Hell, probably love should have brought you home. Hell.
That's tough. It's going to be Tony Braxton. Anything for me?
That's what I was saying too.
Yeah.
Tony Braxton, yes. And then also the Babyface and Tony Braxton.
Yeah, Give You My Heart. Yeah.
Give You
Mind
My Heart.
you, that's one of the best duos that music ever got.
Yes. Okay.
They are made for each other musically. No. Oh, I love Boomerang. I'm gonna have to watch that tonight. 7 whole nights.
Remember when they tried to make a show out of it?
Yeah, I do. I unfortunately do. Lena Waithe, I love you, lesbian sister. Stop doing that, though. Stop making things bad, okay? There have been a couple of shows you've come out with lately, girl.
He said, "Stop making things bad."
It has been, I don't know what your thinking has been, but it hasn't been thinking. And we know you can write. We're just waiting for you to write better. Because everything she's touched outside of Master of None has been, well, okay. Y'all remember Queen and Slim? Did you see that movie?
Oh my God, yeah.
Did I see that movie?
Lena wrote that.
I think I did see that movie. But hell, I didn't even know Lena wrote the Boomerang show. I didn't even know that was her doing.
Look her up on Google. You're gonna realize, oh, she was responsible for that. Sure was. And I love her, but then again,
Lord.
So many shows are bad that people like. So I mean, Tyler Perry is still in business. So by all means,
because sisters in the Oval, they trend every damn week.
That man writes his scripts like Mormons wrote the rules for the religious. He probably had a magic hat and sat there to the hat and was like, aha, bad wigs. This makes no sense. Light skin, muscles. Clack.
No, the Oval, because I was into the Oval, baby. They stretched that damn scene. I was like, damn, can we get to the point?
The same way he did with the haves and the have-nots. They be on the same damn day for weeks at a time. You think you're watching the story.
I was like, what is the have and the have-nots filmed with? And is it an iPhone SE?
You know you can shade a bitch down, man.
But it's the truth. Like, think about the have and have-nots and how it looked. An iPhone SE with like the lowest storage possible. You know,
not the lowest storage.
Come on, 64 gigs.
Scotty, why is he like this? Why does he shade like this?
I don't know.
I'm tired.
I can't take it.
They're taking us to the School of Reads for the whole season. Shit.
I'm starting to blame all my reads on Maddie. I wasn't doing all this until I started talking to him.
Don't do that because they'll blog about it, girl. Do not do that. You better not give people content, Scotty. Don't you give content, Scotty.
Let me stop.
Because all they're going to do is compare me to Alexander Rogers again. And then they're not going to realize that's my friend and the person who helped me get my channel up and running. That is always going to be my sister.
Don't you hate it? Don't you hate that? Don't you hate how they try to compare all of us and we're friends? Don't you hate that?
That's how I came to Alex. He says, bitch, our comedy? Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, okay. We sat down and had lunch. It was over from there. Bitch, you want to read? Read. Let's talk about people. Okay. I sat at that table and dragged everybody from Kingdom Come. That will be done, earth and in heaven. Okay?
I can only imagine that conversation.
Ooh, gave us daily bread. Mm-hmm.
Alex gonna have to come on Boys Night Out one time.
He was.
I said he should.
Oh yeah. Well,
that would be hilarious.
I've had him on the panel a few times and we had to put him in different increments because sometimes my audience can't take Alex. You know, the folk. Yeah. So he'll say something and it'll be like, Oh my God.
Alex used to be on my Housewives panel,
This-
so they
this-
know. So they know what he gives.
This guy is like, did you hear what he said about a woman's vagina? Did you hear what he said about that man and his father and his kids? Did you hear? Did you hear? I thought his name is Alexander. It doesn't sound like he would sound like that. I thought he'd be such a nicer person. Girl, that is Diane Rogers. Get ready for the read. Thank you, Shantae. That's an accent at the end of it. Yeah, that's right. It was going up that way. Yeah, Pop Roast was fun. I plan to go back for another one. I actually plan to do a review with C. Diggy soon. I just, again, want to get out of my headspace so that way I can walk into things and just.
I'm supposed to do. Alex actually reached out to me for the Allegedly show soon. So we're supposed to be doing that. That's gonna be funny.
It will be.
Yeah, because like I said, Alex did our Housewives panel when we first started. So they know what he gives over here. So
imagine all them personalities up there.
Yeah, so many of them up there.
They leave.
Everybody up there all at the same time.
Oh,
Alex
don't put me up there with all of them, because then you know it's over. They go cancel someone's channel because all going to be dragged. All going to be dragged.
Listen, okay.
My world may be crumbling, but you gonna come with me. I'm gonna tell you that right now. For the girls like mine, you ain't got shit going on. You want to talk about people, and you will follow me to hell. Actually, I'll drop you off because I took a detour up to heaven.
Okay, well, for the choice for song of the week is a Janet Jackson song by the name of "Would You Mind."
Would you mind undressing me? Oh, baby.
That was the most. I like one of my friends put me on that song like many years ago. I had never heard it, and I'm like, Janet got that nasty.
Well, she is a whisperer at heart. So this is what she would say to someone at a very low decibel rating in her home.
You don't even try to be shady in this shit. So.
Another Alexander Rogers and me story. We talk about all the time. We came to that damn concert in the rain and had her go, hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Janet. And thanks again for being here. You know, I made this new song called Made for Now. And, I love the song. It means so much to me. So I'm not going to perform. But these kids, look at these kids. Oh, they're beautiful. These kids are going to dance for you. And I thank y'all so much. Peace in my tail called. It was in Harlem. Thank you so much. I love you, Harlem. This is like a second home for me. Okay. It's starting to rain. I got to go.
So she didn't perform.
I'm a visitor in New York City. This is maybe my second time coming to New York as a human being. And Alex, I was there for I was there to visit Alex for a week and also see some of my college friends too. And I stayed at Alex's house for a whole week. And Alex said he found the whole thing. He's like, Matt, I found it. She's gonna be in Harlem. Let's go. We walked there. Alex lived in Harlem, but fuck that. We walked there. New Yorkers, y'all can, I'm a true Texan. It's too far for things. We get in the car, we're calling an Uber, we're getting on the bus.
Period.
It's not gonna be my feet. So I walked up.
You sound like my baby brother.
I was sweating bullets before we got to the venue. I ain't fucking nobody. I'm sitting here like, what is going on? We get there, everybody and their mom up in there. Stank. And all of a sudden it starts to rain. She's 2 hours late. She's taking the J train. I don't know if that's the train that comes into Harlem. I knew it was a train with letters and numbers. She gets out the train and walks up there, all 4'6" of her. Hello, this is Janet. Hi, how's it going? This is all I saw. What's this guy? Hello, this is Janet. You guys, Made for Now is a great song and all that kind of stuff. And bitch, I'm sitting over here like, off my computer. But yeah, love you, Janet. I might go see you perform because you have a new concert coming up. I saw it's on sale, baby. I might go. I hope to go if I can afford to go. Beyonce comes first. Sorry to tell you, but yeah.
Now we gonna go to the Beyonce concert.
I'm gonna go. You want to go? You can go with me. But
I'll book my ticket.
I literally bought solo tickets for the last 2 concerts from her, and I did not mind going by myself and meeting people and passing it on the left-hand side.
Isn't it fun when you go to a concert and you just meet people and you don't even know them folks? You just meet them.
Only for the Formation tour, because On the Run was not fun by myself.
Oh,
because I wasn't prepared for a Jay-Z. I guess I knew what was coming, but I didn't know that it was going to be like 3 hours of music. And I love listening to music, but I don't want to hear every song that they do. You know what I'm saying?
Before, and I love it.
I've seen Earth, Wind, and Fire perform with Janelle Monáe. It was amazing. And it was for the All-Stars game in New Orleans. My friend got tickets and we went up there. This is when I used to hang out with a lot of trade. And we were right there. And I swear to God, when Janelle Monáe came out, I was like, okay, I'm a big fan of hers forever and ever. Because now I know her presence at a basketball game during halftime. The crowd was eating her up. But Earth, Wind, and Fire, I got to say, I saw them perform. Boom. Now I just need Sade, Maxwell. It's Sade, Maxwell. I got to go see Mary soon, but I don't want to see her in an arena. No shade. You know what I mean by that too. I don't want to see her where Fantasia would be booked. I want to see her in a big stadium.
Okay.
Just saying, because I don't want to smell my neighbor. That's all. What were we talking about?
You mute.
We was talking about Janet.
Oh, we got into whispers and I got into people who can sing. Okay, my bad. No, I love Janet Jackson. Don't get twisted. I like to shade just because she almost gave me swine flu. I was in New York. I just knew some animal and a flu attached to it was going to happen to me. But yeah, I what about Janet?
We was talking about her song "Would You Mind," but we're gonna move on.
That's right. Great. It's a great song. Kind of sexual.
Okay. With that being said, we're gonna move on to the reality star of the week, child.
It was like, would you mind moving on to the next subject matter? Okay, yeah. Thanks, Janet.
Oh, look who just showed up. There's T.
Hey, T. I ain't seen you in forever.
Well, we still can't see him, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I ain't seen his avatar up here.
That's right.
His stream y'all been messing up.
Wait, it must be a stream.
Girl, don't start your shit.
Oh, what was that delay?
Already. I'm overstreamed. As soon as JoJo says something, everything started freezing and blacking out. I'm sick of that shit.
I wonder what's going on with
It's time for that premium package.
Not the premium package. Oh my God.
No, it's maybe your browser needs to be
yeah, I can hear you now.
Maybe the browser you're using needs to be
updated.
Yeah, that may be what it is. The browser versus StreamYard itself.
Okay.
Because
good.
Okay, so the reality star, I don't know how y'all gonna feel about this one, but again, I didn't pick this. This was picked by the people that watch the show. So the reality star is actually two people. Reality stars of the week is Real and Chance.
Real is gone to another plateau. So I'm not gonna talk about Real, but we can talk about Miss Chance.
Not Miss Chance.
Miss Chance, yes. Now, okay. So, have y'all seen Chance show on Zeus?
Sure have. We can talk about one. Was it one chance? One more chance of love?
Okay, because I'm like Chance, like bro, like if you ready to come out the closet, just say it. It's okay.
No, you're missing the point. Chance is a stud with a whole binder on. Bet you money. Bet you money. Listen. I clocked the code. They like Chance is basically Little Mama, and Real is like the bow wow to the version of them being separated at birth. But they were together. So like they had to tell Chance to blend in more because Real's hair was getting longer and they were confusing the two. So yeah. Crack the code. Crack the code.
I thought they looked totally different.
I think Real was happy about that too. Because bigger brother got all the good genes and little brother looks like, one of those Hanna-Barbera villains. Muttley.
Oh my God.
What else can we say about Chance? He's ugly. Wow. No, I'm just kidding. What else can we say about Chance? His dick is a little wow. Okay, what else can we say about Chance?
You cutting up tonight.
The reason why Chance is also a terrible person is because he introduced the world to all those people on his show. I had to see Slim.
Oh my God.
You know who I'm talking about?
I heard of it. I didn't watch the show. I heard of it though.
Keep that. You don't need to say her. Keep that. I heard of that. She literally looks like she is one breath of air away from just calling it quits. She says she has the fattest lips on the planet. I'm like, lips to what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't imagine that you have an opening to anything happening with you personally. You look like you're anatomically correct. Like, I'm sorry, unanatomically correct. I don't understand it. What a bad person. No, Chance isn't a bad person. This is all for fun, y'all. But let's keep making it for fun. Chance is such a bad person. Like, think about it. Every time he turns up at the sky, the ozone layer loses another sheet. Like, we're almost out of paper.
Oh my God.
It's interesting that his career continued on because in reality, we always liked his brother better.
We did. In all facets.
No one really liked Chance. Like, Chance, you were the gimmick brother on the I Love New York show because everyone knew that Real would have a better chance. But in reality, it was because your brother, also had women's giving all kinds of tresemmés, and New York was not about the ooh la las at the time, that she could be with someone like Chance. As a matter of fact, I remember Tiffany back in the day giving all kinds of Wendy Williams tea, shaped like the letter P. Mm-hmm. And so Chance would be shaped like an I. That's not capital. So, P's and I's can go together. They make pie. Ip in some cases. I'm trying to get through this bit. Okay, so I want y'all to imagine this is like a Sesame Street episode, and I'm thinking of a capital P going. And then when Chance comes in, he's like a little eye. And it's like, wow. And so, it's like, pie. I swear, if they ever give me my own late night talk show, there are going to be skits just like these with it being acted out by like random puppets or cartoons. I swear to God, as I'm explaining something, because seriously. Okay, back to that one. Oh, I almost said something gross. Okay. What about him? Oh, we're talking about him as a reality star. Is he important? Is that what we're trying to figure out? No. Next.
He's definitely not important.
No, he's Zeus's fifth best asset to their company. Because, Natalie's number one. She is bringing nothing but nonsense. Nothing but the pure nonsense. And anything attached to her are 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So he'd be number 5. Drea is 10. Do you realize that Drea has a show on Zeus that had one season? Do not pick it back up. Like they just walked around with her. It was her life. Can you imagine Drea getting her own show of all the people from the franchise? Drea. What are we going to talk about?
People think she deserves her own show, child. They think she made Basketball Wives LA.
How did she make it when she couldn't even, what? She can't even make the bed after her session. So what are we talking about?
I guess it's time for us to move on to the next segment.
See how we talk about other people, which we talked about other women. Told you he's a stud. I told you. Lesbian.
We're gonna move on to what went wrong, child.
Will Smith.
Something else that this was also chosen by one of our supporters, because I never would have thought about this show at all. Honestly, I never would have thought about it. But the show that they chose for what went wrong was UPN's One-on-One.
One-on-one. Yeah, One-on-One. Oh my God. I was obsessed with this show.
Yeah, let me, if y'all don't mind, I would love to introduce what went wrong, and then y'all.
You better introduce.
You better.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Introduce.
This is my lane. Black sitcoms, you know.
Yeah, go ahead.
That came out way before your time. He saw it on BET, y'all. He didn't even see it on UPN. Okay, go on. Go ahead. Tell about that year you were born.
I think it was after season 4 when we seen Dwayne and Spirit get fired.
I agree.
Or let go. And when Brianna and Arnaz took main protagonists in the California season, and then when Ray J was added in, all the other
Cokehead.
That's when the show. That's what went wrong, because people was like, "What the fuck is this?"
See, they brought drugs on the set, and that's what happened. Yeah, it was a clean environment. Then Ray J got up there and said, "Who wants a baggie?" Ruined them. Poor people.
Like Ray J ruins every sitcom, like he did
every show he gets on,
every song he touches. Yeah, One-on-One was that girl. That was one of the ones I used to come home and make sure I had to see. It was a request and requirement to be caught up to date, because when I was going to the school I was going to, there was only a few Black folks that was there before I went to Westfield. So that was our thing. It was like, oh, did you catch what's it called last night? Oh, did you catch that last night? Yes, because we could relate. And I had the biggest crush on, Robert Richard isn't that his name? What was it again?
Who played Arnaz?
Yes. I had the biggest crush.
Yeah, Richard Rashad.
There we go. I knew it was one of the R's. It was a woo-ha-ha. It was a woo-ha-ha. But yeah, had a big crush on that one. But yeah, I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was great.
I think a lot of shows on UPN started getting bad when they started removing certain people off the cast. And I don't know why they were doing it, because all of us started getting bad too when they removed certain people off the cast. I'm like, why y'all firing all these people? Like, what's going on with that? You know what I mean? Because UPN was good fucking TV for a long time.
It was, because back in the day, this was the Monday night lineup. Okay, in the early 2000s. So you had the Parkers, you had Moesha, and on its last few legs, you had Girlfriends.
See how Josiah is talking about this when Moesha's been on already and Parker's just got there? Bitch, you talking about it's on his last. Moesha started this up. Moesha started this up.
No, back in this was like 1999, 2000. Moesha was in his last season or whatever, back in 2000.
See, he talking to me when I stopped watching the shows and I got onto other programs. When it wasn't good anymore, I already moved on to a whole nother network. Everything was on the CW by then. Shit.
Ray J fucked up. But we can all agree that Ray J fucked up.
I liked it was Eve. It was Moesha, the Parkers, Eve, half and half, and then there was another show that All of Us, and then what was the one with Lisa Ray and LL Cool J?
Lisa Ray was on All of Us.
It was All of Us? No. There's another one with LL Cool J that was also on there. In the house. There we go. In the house. There we go. Mm-hmm.
Good TV, just good TV, just good TV. And you know what? I never cared for Half and Half though. I love the theme song, but I just never cared.
You didn't care for it?
Mm-mm. Yes, In the House. Yes.
Mm-hmm. In the House was that girl.
Yes, it was.
That was one of my favorite shows. Like, oh my god!
Every time I hear that show, I get sad immediately.
You talking about Maya Campbell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's in another dimension these days. Let's go to the damn. Well, Jamar is in here, but we're still gonna
So you're not sick?
I said he's not here. Oh. Jamar isn't here.
Oh, okay. I thought you said he was. I was about to say,
no.
Dragged. Oh yes.
You was ready to do it too.
Still am.
First of all, I'm trying to. Okay, there we go. There we go. We're gonna go into Sing That Word. Even though Jamar's not here, we're still gonna proceed with it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you both a song. I mean a word. I'm gonna be the one to give you guys the word. It is Josiah give me the word. So I'm gonna start off with Josiah. What word can I get him? Holiday.
Holiday. Really, it's so many holiday songs. Okay.
So it shouldn't be a problem.
It shouldn't, but I know the song I want to do, but I don't know the exact lyrics. Okay. It's the holidays. Let it snow. Let it snow. My boy Samir.
Oh, okay. Maddie,
you love holiday, but y'all, I don't know the lyrics to that.
you got Run.
Run.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got it. I wanna run, smash into you.
Oh, it was like 3 songs that was in my head.
Smash into you.
Whitney, it was Whitney Houston "Run to You," and it was "Escape." Who can I run to? And then Chris Brown "Run."
And escape the arms of the one, run into the arms of the one who loves.
Oh yes. Just one.
I didn't think about Smash Into You at all, but I should have known that it was.
You're not a Beyonce fan. It's okay. Yeah, I'm wearing the shirt. Fuck you.
Josiah. Josiah, you got to give me the word.
Okay. So Scotty, your word is going to be black.
Black.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
I already got one song in my head.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's really colorist.
Don't do that.
It's a song by Jay-Z that's in my head, and I know exactly how it
goes.
goes.
On the Black Album, or wait?
Yes, okay. On the Black Album. It is in my head.
Wait, let me think of it.
Is at the very end of the song. He said, "Maybe you love me when I fade to black," or something like that.
Okay, that's how.
See, but mine is "Justify My Thug."
I knew that. That would have been.
Listen, I've actually let nobody lie. Jay-Z has dropped some fucking.
He has
amazing music. Like, ooh, I'm such a fan of the Black Album plus Volume 2. Hard not. Sorry. Okay. What was mine?
You had Run.
Oh, we're done. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Next.
Alrighty then. So next up is What's the Tea? Which is all the hot topics that we're going to talk about for the week. Okay, so as you know, there's been quite a few things going on over the last 2 weeks. But we're going to start off The first things first, we're gonna start with Ice Cube. Now, Ice Cube was in the blogs. I think he was in the blogs last week because he was asked a question about Friday, and he was saying that he wants to buy back his movie. I think he sold Friday to a production company, and now he wants to buy his rights back, but they don't want to. No, he wants his rights back, but he feels like he shouldn't have to buy them back. And the people that he trying to get it from, they want to sell it back to him, but he feel like because it's his, he shouldn't have to pay to get it back. What do you guys think of that?
You should use an updated picture of him so we actually know what he looks like now. Because that's not him now. That ain't him now. That was 40 years ago. Damn near. Okay, so you wanted to make some money, and you did, and now you realize you want it back, and now you don't want to pay for it back.
That's all I could. I mean, that's how I felt too. Because I'm like, you sold it. You sold it. You think they're supposed to just give it back to you because you want it back and that's your movie and all of that? No, that's not the way it works. And to be honest, I feel like as much as we love Friday, we should stop trying to constantly make these Friday movies because they never be good. They haven't been good.
They only made 3.
And they're not. The last 2 are not good.
Now, we gonna beg to differ. The first one's a classic. The second one was good. The third one was slightly erotic for the wrong reasons.
I know what you're talking about.
I was like, why couldn't I be Cat Williams?
I know, right?
Then you find out about Terry Crews and you're like, ooh, never mind. Like a swole Alfonso Ribeiro. Oh.
He on the screen, honey.
But see, y'all fucking up though. Y'all glitching out on my end. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Well, it's just gonna have to be. But y'all glitching out. Y'all froze. I can't see the bitch that's talking shit beside me. I can't see that one. It's a whole damn screen. That's what she get. But y'all two
time for a new subscription.
The eye doctor.
That's why you can't see.
We can see
I had to find one of my old.
I don't have to read it.
Right.
You, bitch.
Your lips are matching the audio. You look good. You look blessed.
When we get that green screen behind you, it's gonna be even better.
You gonna keep on coming for him about that green screen.
You ain't gonna put up a backdrop and not use it. God damn it. You ain't gonna put it up and not use it. I had to find one of my old home phones. You got me thinking your whole house is green, bitch. I be assuming you inside Kermit the Frog. That motherfucker must have swallowed you with something. Shit. Nice to see you back, T.
But like Maddie, you got a point there because before I found out who Terry Crews really was, I was like, why couldn't I if I was Damon, I never would have ran from him on Friday After Next.
I would have fell on purpose like I was in a horror movie and my name was Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm Laurie Strode in this bitch. Oh.
like when he stood over him in that van from over, I was like,
the way I would have. I mean, I'd have gave it up.
It was like Kevin Hart and Anthony Anderson in Scary Movie 3.
Oh, Kevin Hart.
I'm being funny.
What? That is someone I cannot stand. I cannot stand that man. I don't get it. Why do people find him entertaining?
I don't dislike Kevin Hart. He just not funny to me no more. He stopped
being funny. Never been funny to me.
But like, what about him is funny? Seriously funny. Is it because he's short and yells? Like, what is it? Like,
he said he's short and yells.
Like they pair him up against. He's always like 3 feet taller than his co-star on purpose. Like he's the black Danny DeVito. Oh my god!
Not the black Danny DeVito.
I cannot, honey.
Y'all remember Twins? Like low key, The Rock Heart is Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. Body shapes and everything. Like terrible. Oh. I don't know what you need. I just don't find him like Nick Cannon. I don't get it.
I know Nick Cannon ain't never been funny.
Yeah,
like corny. Yes, like
funny. Yeah, I was watching the Parkers last night, and he was on an episode on season 1 of the Parkers where he was making fat jokes. And I'm like, boy, you are not fucking funny. You just, especially back then, nigga, you was skinny.
But that's him now and Wild and Out. Like, think about that, Josiah. You saw him on the Parkers doing what he does on Wild and Out.
Right.
With who? Jessica Valentine on your cast. You have like all these other girl. Please, I have to stop before I start talking about folks. Oh, I'm not Azalea Banks, bitch. You ain't gonna put me up there with some comedians and I'm gonna be there. No, bitch, I'm a read.
That episode was, baby, she cracked down.
I'm surprised she cried.
But what were they supposed to do? Not drag her when she's literally made it so easy with everything that she does?
Going off. I said, girl,
you sorry. She like they use her to hit pinatas with. Like, I know we're not. Like, bitch, you look like a household appliance.
Maddie, have you ever thought about comedy, like going up on the stage and doing comedy?
I've done random comedy nights when they're like having like free talent get on there. I have done that before where I just walk.
Please, if you go to another one, please invite me because you are funny as hell. Like you are like in a comedic way. I
do story time comedy. So you know,
you a good storyteller, honey.
It's gonna start off like a story, and it's gonna go into me just eviscerating somebody for filth, especially if you're in the front row and you have an attitude.
Oh, you one of them.
I had some man try to meet me outside one time. Trust. I was like, come out here if you could stand up, and it was a mess.
Okay, so the next one is our very own Whoopi Goldberg. Okay. She said on the View that she has it in her will that you cannot make any unauthorized biopics about her life.
Good. I ain't mad at it.
Good.
That's right.
Let me change my will. Bitch, hell no. I could feel. Can you imagine if whoever was in charge of that Aaliyah production on Lifetime?
Ricky Williams.
Imagine the white woman they would cast in her role. Like, I mean, well,
oh my God, you look just like Aaliyah.
Who they also, the same person who played Aaliyah in that movie also played Storm. Let that resonate.
Right. Horrible. That was probably one of the worst biopics I ever seen in my whole life. That Aaliyah movie.
The Wendy Williams one was pretty bad too.
Yeah.
That woman looked nothing like Wendy. She had a nice face. That wasn't you, Wendy. You know better. You know you look like the frog from The Princess and the Frog, lady. There's a tall capital P. You could never.
Oh my God.
Wendell. Get it together, girl.
I mean, the Whitney Houston biopic that's coming up, I'm kind of doing this with because I'm like, who is this lady they got to play Whitney? Because that's
With Yaya, it was not hidden. I'm sorry.
Like, Yaya's pretty, but I'm talking about the new one. Have you seen the trailer for the new one? I
saw it, child. I was looking the same way.
I was like, no, I know Nippy is in heaven or hell looking like so you think this is funny? Okay, this bitch, her, me, her, like,
but my thing is, how many more Whitney movies are we gonna have?
Girl, imagine if Adele goes.
Oh God, I do not want to see a movie about Adele, child.
They're gonna cast Tara Reid in her role. She gonna be up there. Go. Sorry, I don't mean to be this way, but no, I think that the original topic that we were discussing wasn't as interesting as this one, so that's why we're here.
Yeah, that's why we're here. But yeah,
what was the original topic?
Whoopi Goldberg saying she has it in her will that no unauthorized films be made about her.
We agreed because of all the bad films that have been made about other people. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Didn't Britney Spears have a movie about her?
No, she's had She's had some conservatorship documentaries happen about her, but nothing actually about her life, which is really sad when you think about it, because there have been many documentaries about her legal situation versus who she actually is as a person.
Right.
Really fucked up. I need to see the Lizzo movie, to be real with you. The one that came on HBO. Everyone said it was really good about Lizzo's journey. Houston.
I saw the commercials for it. It looked like it was gonna be good.
I think it'll be nominated for something. You know, she is an Emmy winner.
Yeah, she is an Emmy winner
and a Grammy winner. All she needs is the Oscar and the Tony.
Period. Okay. Well, next up is Jason Lee and Candy Burris.
You are wrong for this size comparison. You now wait. Jason's on the mountain and Candy's like at the beginning of the mountain.
Okay, so this is what happened. So Jason Lee did an interview with another YouTuber and basically said that he don't fuck with Candy. Well, he said Hollywood Unlocked does not fuck with Candy.
Why is that?
He said Hollywood Unlocked doesn't fuck with Candy, but I actually like Candy. But Hollywood Unlocked don't fuck with
that
Candy.
Makes no sense.
And then they was like, well, why y'all don't fuck with her then? Because we've invited her on my show plenty of times already, and she just won't come on my show. So we don't fuck with her. So if she don't support me, then I'm not going to support her.
So
right?
She not nasty.
You.
That's just like I wouldn't go on the other people's channels. I ain't saying no names. Okay, again, if that bullet should hit you, that's your fucking problem. Cause I ain't saying no name. I ain't saying nobody name. Nobody remember. I'm just saying, I get where Candy coming from. I wouldn't carry my brand around there either. I get it, Candy.
Child, some people are just messy as hell and want to
like Terrence a second ago with this comment that he just made. I don't even know who you talking about, but I know that hit someone hard.
No, listen. You know that bullet that's meant for somebody gonna hit everybody. It's gonna be in the comments. Who he talking about?
You already know that. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
I made sure to say it again so it would be something we would talk about because I want to know.
I know you do.
Well, I scream because I do immediately.
Just hit it in the private chats, Josiah.
Because I was just about to say the same thing, man. Because I want to make sure that the person that I'm thinking about.
I need to know so I can do my research because your enemy is my enemy. So what's gooey?
I'm dead. Again, I ain't said no name. All right. I ain't said no name. So if that bullet should hit you, oh well, sir.
I mean, it's not going to be hard to miss.
Y'all are shady. Y'all so
just like BET can't get together because it's gonna be over for the other girl. You know what I'm saying? Because all I'm gonna do is let Terrence say something. I'm like, girl, I can piggyback out for that real quick.
I get it, Candy. I get it.
Well, I mean, but like my thing is, you could tell when he's upset about somebody not wanting to come on his show because then he tries to, disrespect them in so many ways when they don't come on his show. And it just goes back to, that's why people don't come on your fucking show. You know what I mean?
So isn't this Mia's problem in the current season of Potomac with loyalty and all that kind of crap? And, well, if I didn't like them, you shouldn't like them either kind of bits. Or if they don't want to talk to you because you don't answer my requests for interviews, now we don't like you. It's so weird.
It's very weird, child.
Jason, but after seeing the Bobby Lights reunion, did you see how he was acting out there? Like,
child, I didn't even watch that.
The fact that Bobby and him had to have a moment because Jason said basically, I am the show, not you, Bobby. If I walk, then there's nothing. Yes. And Bobby went and punked out on the moment, like, you should never say that to me. Like, that's really fucked up. I'm like, girl, I'd have slapped the taste out of his mouth. This is your name on this bitch. I would Wreck-It Ralph that motherfucker. Are you crazy?
Oh, my God.
But you can't fight Miss Bobby, girl. And that's the tea. We saw it on the first season that you showed up on Love and Hip Hop something. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my God. No, he didn't come on his show and say that.
No, but like it was Jason that was hosting it, but Claudia was there. because that's Claudia and Janice, the one from Zeus that always is the hosting. Jason's supposed to be an EP or someone whose production that helped all this with Bobby, so that he made it about him, and then started getting into the arguments and the fights and did all this and the other. It was so weird to watch him. I'm like, you're not even on the show, and here you are having conversations on behalf of people. For people saying you're a real bitch. I'm a real bitch. I'm the realest bitch.
Are you?
And this wouldn't be here without me. And you know that production would walk out of here without me. And Bobby punked, simped, cucked.
I know.
I couldn't believe it.
And I like Bobby.
I can believe it.
Through all the bullshit. I like him. And I didn't like how Jason did him.
I would have never let that go, that bitch. When I tell you, that man would have been looking like a whole other person. Kim Zolciak, motherfucker. Hell no. We could be on the fifth face. They're going to have to find new skin grafts.
Not the fifth face.
Like, there's no way you're going to clown someone like that on their own shit. And as much as I don't agree with how Bobby operates, bottom to bottom, hell no, sister, we going to fuck him up.
Right. Right.
Looking like a bag of laundry trying to read somebody.
Oh, not a bag of laundry.
Looking like the male version of Keely trying to come for somebody. Jason, get you and your S-curl swag out of here, sister. I can't do it.
I cannot believe that he said that.
I can believe it. I told y'all he's shaped like a wisdom tooth. They got the personality of one. I don't fool with that bitch. That's why I said. Now you wonder why Candy Birds don't want to go around there. Candy Pants, stay your ass from around there.
Well, she came on my show, so
it's out.
Period. Period. Period.
That's all I can say to you. She came on my show. That's all I can say about that. But moving on.
You could forget about ever being invited over there. You don't sit there and say that he ain't finna invite your ass around there. You ain't about to be nowhere around there on his couch.
Right. But next up is Miss Keke Palmer. Okay.
Oh, some good news. Someone I like too. Thank you.
Yes, she's pregnant. Okay. But and a lot of people giving her, from what I've seen, people have been giving her crap about being pregnant. People making all these PSAs about her announcing that she's pregnant and she doesn't have a husband and stuff that.
What's wrong with her taking care of her own self?
That's my whole point. That
she can afford to have her own child by herself.
Right.
A lot of y'all can't even afford to have a thought or a point of view.
Period.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Stay out of women's business.
Period.
Right.
Like literally, if she want to raise that baby by herself, go on, Palmer, kiki it.
And probably the ones that's talking shit probably got 4 churn with 5 baby daddies around there. They probably don't do nothing for.
Honest assistance.
Right.
Trying to talk about somebody else's life. Girl, and you have to ask the government for help every fucking month. Don't do all that. Mind your business. That lady is paid. She is getting booked. She is busy. So she can hire a nanny. She can hire whoever she wants to. Isn't the baby's father
Sarunas Jackson Dro from Insecure, and he played on games people play on BET, younger brother.
Think about Jackson. Think of her as true Jackson, though.
Yes.
The layers of her being true Jackson with someone who in real life is Jackson. So it's almost like she's living her true Jackson fantasy. I don't want if it's a girl, if she calls it true, I'm gonna die.
Hold on, she got a baby from the light skinned nigga.
Yes, Sarunas Jackson younger brother. Yes.
Yeah, I was describing it correctly, Andrea. I just paraphrased it, baby. It's cool.
Yeah,
I ain't mad with you, Kiki. I have all his churn too, child.
I don't see nothing wrong with it. But you know how people like to get on their damn.
If he was gonna walk, he was gonna walk. Mm-hmm.
People, you know how people get on their high horses and shit like that. Or she's, it's embarrassing for a woman to announce that she's pregnant. She doesn't have a husband. I'm just like, girl, like.
I'm about to get a picture of them real quick, so y'all.
Men do it all the time. Nick Cannon got all these damn babies. NBA young boy got all these damn babies. Ain't married none of them hoes. But y'all want to call out.
And no one says a word about it. It's the double standards. That's really what it is. It's the double standards.
I thought it was. All right, never mind. You can hire him, Kiki. I thought you had the other.
He's cute.
Cute.
That's
I thought it was the other.
Oh, come on, high standards. You better. Oh.
Okay, but we're gonna move on to the next, and that is Miss Nia Long and her fiance. She's left him now. You know, he was exposed for cheating, and now she's left him, and she felt like the people from he was the coach for who? The Boston Celtics, I believe. Was it?
Yes, my team, Celtics. Yes.
She felt like the people from the Celtics, they didn't reach out to her and check on her and her kids and see how they felt about them exposing their father's affair. And you know, she left
My
him.
bitch back fan. Where my bitch back fan? Girl, that ain't their damn business. They fired the man. What more you want them to do? He lost his job bad. I mean, what more are people supposed to do? They gotta reach out to you too.
Okay. I feel bad for her, but I'm kind of confused as to why she would think that team that he's on would owe her anything.
Right.
I feel bad for Nia Long. Like, as long as she was in that relationship, as long as this has been, whatever the case may be, but to expect and try to put blame on this girl. Hold on. First of all, this is a sports team. Do not get involved with those people, Nia. Like, you think Drag Race fans are bad? Like, don't do it. Oh God, I hate it because I like Nia, so I
definitely like Nia too.
I don't think this is garbage, but you know, again, you don't want to say it's where she went to date because you don't want to be like they're all like that. But every time you turn on the news, every time I go to TMZ, somebody having a new alimony payment, new child support payment, all that kind of stuff. Tristan Thomas is paying $9,700 to his new baby mama.
Ooh,
$9,700. I know Khalees just itched right then whenever that happened. Good luck, Nia.
And I feel like he been cheating on her, and it just came out in the public. I feel like that's been happening.
Good. Well, probably for a Nia long time. Anybody? No? Yes. Okay. Yes. They probably helped facilitate the cheating.
Right.
And she's asking for help. I'm like, girl, they were probably like holding over stories for him. Like, how do you think that works? People get involved. Watch White Lotus this season. Like, shit. Ooh, people will lie for friendships.
Right. Okay.
Getting involved in somebody else's business if you want to.
Exactly. Well, we can move on to the next, and that not Ted is saying Nia Long's fiance got some good meat from what he hear.
I mean, he did leave, so.
This saga right here, okay? Okay, Diddy, Academics, and Young Miami. Now, as you all already know, Diddy done got a new baby, and then not only does he have a new baby, he was out in NYC strolling with another chick. Then Young Miami was arguing with another chick of his, and then Academics came out and said that Miami wasn't nothing but a side chick. Then her and Academics started going back and forth on social media, and then Diddy came out and said that Carisha was not his side chick and that she's a very special person to him. And he also jumped into Academics DMs and had a couple of things to say to him about disrespecting Young Miami, and you know, Academics backed down on what he said.
Like a bitch. Yeah, keep going.
Like the bitch that he is.
Right, because Academic, this was the first time I was on your fat fuck ass side, nigga. And you want to back down on what you said, because I agree with every damn thing you said about young Carisha. But I also feel like if she wants to be dumb, let her be dumb. If she wants to argue and fuss and fight with a nigga that take dick better than me and Maddie do, I just say let her do it. She ain't the only one that's willing to be a bid. Like I said in my T talk, sometimes God do things for you to wake up. And if this don't wake you up and you still want to fight for him, girl, then we can't do nothing for you but just let her do it. Like, I'm tired of talking about her ass. Oh, well. She want to do it, let him do it. Like, I ain't got nothing for
it. See, shut the fuck
I'm sick
up.
of it. I'm sick of it. Now, and academics pissed me off because I was on his side. And now you want to be a bitch.
Well, you can't blame Big Mama's House 4 for that happening, right? You can't do that, see? You can't, like, think about it. Think about it. Our favorite B-cup bitch named DJ Academics decided to insert himself into something that had nothing to do with him, that had nothing to do with music, but personal relationships between these artists. I thought you talked about albums and songs and how relevant they are into the hip-hop community. I'm starting to think that you're a gossip column. Who knew you were going for Sherry Shepherd's job, DJ Academics? But when P. Didiford has to get in your inbox and clown you with not only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros that you do not have with your pitiful job of being punked out on fucking podcasts, it's saying something. So I was never on DJ Academic's side once I saw him yelling at that woman in the lobby, and he was only doing it to her specifically and clowning. But every time he gets in front of some man, he turned into some, my pussy bigger than yours, whole having ass bitch. And I'm like, girl, I don't have time for that. You stand where your mouth is, girl, please. If I said it, that motherfucker walk up.
That I'm on your side with. But what he said about Carisha was no damn lie. I believe every word of it. She was a part of the Hammer Hoes, but her name meant something more.
No, she's a higher Hammer Hoe. Yeah.
And she thought she was going to be the Jay-Z and Beyonce, and you could never. Girl, it's only one. No, it ain't going to be like that with
you. Got to give Carisha this. You got to give Carisha this. As much as we know she's a side salad. So he's got to eat all of it. See, those peas may not be touched on the table. Not the beans or the mashed potatoes, but he wanted that salad. It will always be ordered with the meal. Does he take it home? No, because he finished his plate. That is Carisha. I pay you. You say some things, and this tongue, because her mouth, tongue, and teeth fight for supremacy. So, every time it's my people die in streets and adjacent corners here. I'm just assuming, I assume when Young Miami talks, there are dogs that literally implode from the inside. I wish her well. I think she's doing well. To be honest with you, I think her and Saucy Santana, they're doing quite well.
Yeah, Carisha got a big ass podcast people actually listen to. Number one.
Can you believe people understand her? That's amazing.
Carisha, like I said, I just hope her. Well, Carisha, like I said, I hope you don't end up another Bad Boy Unsung or end up 6 feet under like Biggie fucking around with that fuck nigga. But do what you want to do, and it just is what it is, girl. That's your life. That's your money. You got way more money than I do, girl. What I think don't matter, do you?
And speaking of Diddy, Aubrey O'Day just did an interview today where she was talking about her incident.
Aubrey O'Day, girl, boo.
with Diddy, So
what incident did she have with Diddy that
she was able
to see?
She was
I'm weak.
She was basically implying certain things. Like she was implying that she wasn't able to get certain opportunities because she wasn't willing to do certain things.
She was implying that because she wouldn't give Diddy, hello, good morning. That we couldn't do anything with her. Is that what it was, and not the fact that she was low key the under talented version of Christina Aguilera with a bigger chest? I like Aubrey. I'll call it
when I see her. Like I do Diddy get standards? I mean,
you saw his clothes, no?
Well, with that being said, we go to the last hot topic of the night, and of course,
John was just a low key version of FUBU.
Well, that is true. That is true.
In cursive.
All right. But the last hot topic of the night is Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. That's the main thing that's been talked about this whole week. Joe Budden actually, when I was sitting at the dealership earlier today, he said that he flat out doesn't like Megan, and he said he don't like Megan because Megan did some horrible things to certain people that he knows in the industry. There's a lot of talk about this case. People think that Megan is going to they say she's very inconsistent with her story, and they feel like Tory is going to get off. He probably won't do any jail time, even though she was shot, and Tory and her friend Kelsey both had gunpowder on their hands and stuff like that. So it's, this trial has been a big topic of discussion, and people want Megan's career to be over after this trial is up. Any thoughts about this trial?
I'm over it. It's been a long ass time at this point. That's why I don't keep up with court cases. It'd be a lot. And everybody lying, backpedaling the pussy popping. You don't know who to trust. Who shot her? That's all I want to know.
Because she was obviously shot.
Yeah, who shot her? That's all I want to. Who did it? Kelsey, did you do it? Tory, did you do it? And if you did it, why you did it? Like, I just want to know. She ain't shoot it. Answer
the truth. Why is money being offered to folks?
See, and then
I heard that I heard some man went missing. Somebody that was supposed to be testifying.
Her security guard.
Her former security guard.
Yeah.
He went missing. They're having to basically find him. I don't listen. Joe Budden doesn't like black women. Joe Budden doesn't like black women. Okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, nobody should listen to anything Joe Budden said.
Like,
when
he doesn't
was
like
the poster child. He's the poster child for being an abuser. I mean, did he beat a baby out of Tahiri?
Literally performed an abortion. But I
and was a crackhead.
It's okay. I'm trying to find the best way to word this to where I'm not just making a statement that, doesn't come with, any sort of grounds to it. But it's very strange how many people want Megan to be wrong in this situation.
Right.
And for what reasons they want her to be wrong for. It is not even about what's happening. It turns into, I don't like her music, so I hope she's the one that is in the wrong here, and that Tory Lanez gets off with it. This man brought his child into court for sympathy. I bet he don't see that child that often for that to have been that. Like, there are a lot of moments where I'm sitting here watching this go down, and I realize, okay, when women talk about gay men being misogynistic and straight men in themselves, there is a lot of truth to that in its own sense, right? You just got to go on social media. And girl, when I tell you that shit will be true, like, I'm reading responses from folks that are layered in misogyny as well as in a self-hate, like another woman hating another woman just because they hate women or whatever. It's the weirdest thing. Now, but there are people who believe Tory because of the stuff that Megan has been saying that doesn't sound consistent. I mean, just like her raps, not that consistent. And as a Houstonian, I'm gonna go there. Okay, she's representing hometown. But Tory Lanez has also associated himself with people who have a very fucked up past and history and record. If y'all remember, during this situation, Tory went to Kanye's side with Marilyn Manson and DaBaby. Marilyn Manson was on trial at the time. I still think he is for literally kidnapping somebody and tying them up. What T.I. and Tiny have been accused of doing. And then, okay. And then DaBaby, like, let's throw a rock and see where it lands. So that alone for me is like, I don't trust this little weasel. Okay. Everything about
he's already shown. But he's already shown he's valid. I mean, he hit Miss Alcina. He hit Miss Prince twice. So I mean, it's like we already know he's little and he got a syndrome, whatever they call it. Yeah, a temper. You know what I'm saying? So
and not
it's
to
like,
mention, he put his hands on August and lied about it only until August came back with the receipts.
Oh my God, in August came up with a closet girl. I saw the photos. I was like, and this won't lock, and this neck will stay on. All right, TikTok. I ain't talking about the app.
I know you not.
To me, it's like something about Tory already isn't right, and I feel like they're just trying to get over on Meg. I don't think Meg is telling the full story at the same time.
Yeah.
I think there's both wrongs in this situation. I think that there's more to it, though, when someone has already been shown to be bribing people to show up on their behalf, to make up stories on their behalf. Also, like we were talking about earlier, where exactly is Tory Lanez career going that we are going to allow it to get to when we didn't care about him after the first fucking single?
I mean, because the way they make it sound like this man she ruined his career. Where was it going?
It was like honestly, he was already running up against another 5'1" troll named Baby that was already wearing his ass out. Like what pocket wars are they going through? Like, I don't understand this. It's like Lego figurines having an argument over here in the corner. Might as well be some two stuffed animals fighting over who's gonna get to watch TV.
But also at the end of the day, like you said, this nigga ain't got no hits. Excuse my language, but this dude ain't got nothing going on. When I think of him, I think of Jacquees. Okay.
Who? Oh, the one singer. Yeah, that singer.
Yeah, the other leprechaun.
The singer.
Yeah. You got to put in quotation marks. Singer.
Yeah. Or what he called himself, the Prince of R&B.
No, he said the King of R&B. That's what he said.
In his room. Not even in his room, because people that lived there before him probably were the king of R&B and still hold that title over him. Bitch, no space you keep, no wall you have, no floor you stand on will give you that title.
But can y'all name 3 Tory Lanez songs?
No. I only know one song, and that is the first song he put out, and that's only because of the Brownstone sample. That is the only song I know by him.
Okay.
The only
That's
one.
the only reason I knew it. And that was way back in 2015, 16?
2015, child.
That was the only one I knew. Yeah, see, that's the only way he got more.
But I'm not gonna lie, there was a song that he did with the Proud Family when he sampled off of that sitcom show with Solange. It was a hit, but I mean, I thought it was cool. But other than that, I can't think of nothing else.
Child, Leprechaun Lanez can go to hell for all I care. Like, child, and it's just and my question is, people say folks hated Nicki. These people hate Megan. I don't know why they hate her so much, but it's like, especially the men really hate Megan. Like, you even got niggas throwing shots at her in records. Like, Drake just put out an album and he threw a shot at her or something like that on the record. Like, these men are really,
Well, Drake's everyone's favorite light skin bottom. So let's not confuse the two. He was just doing his daddy's a favor.
But I thought Odell Beckham was the bottom when him and Odell.
Oh, they've been broke up. He switched to. They were just sucking on each other's, coo cats. That's all that was. They were lip lickers.
They was.
No, they lip licked. It was a lot of,
Well, that is a thing in a community, fraudage.
I don't know. No, that's child fraudage has to do when you rub your. Hold on,
I know.
You about to make me define these for these.
I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. I know. It's a joke. I'm not gonna the girls ain't ready for that.
I'm so tickled right now. I cannot. All I'm saying is this. I really hope that this case goes the way that it should go, because I feel like if Tory walks off, then there's going to be more reason for people to come for Megan, and they're really going to try to ruin her in a sense, because I feel like that's the end goal for everybody, is to try to ruin her and turn, ruin her image or whatever. So I really feel bad for her, because at the end of the day, no matter what comes out of it, she was still the victim in the situation. She was still shot. Somebody shot her.
And there's been I'm not gonna throw nobody under the bus on YouTube, but there's been a lot of YouTubers that, especially when this whole case came out, were saying that, well, Megan is a social climber. She's an alcoholic. She don't know how to handle her liquor. She used people to come up. A lot of YouTubers were saying this, so maybe they was kind of pushing that narrative, and what caused a lot of people to dislike Megan as well.
And they slut shaming. And I don't know who she fucked have anything. I don't know why who she fucked had anything to do with whether or not who shot her or not.
She got her poor boyfriend stressed, child. Big 6'5" party is stressed. He want to fight everybody. He can come over my house and fight me.
No, I was just about to say something. He can fight me anytime.
I'm like, aren't you baking cookies with yours? Hold on, man. Talk about that.
Why you gotta just throw me under the bus like that?
But we're gonna go ahead to the last segment of the night, and that is queer connections. If this damn thing moves the way I want it to, oh wait a minute. Oh, there it is. See, but this laptop gets on my nerves sometimes. Child, it won't even do what I need it to do.
Child, don't blame that slow broadband.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Don't you start. But yeah, it's queer connections. Okay. That's what we're ending this off with. Now, being that this is the last episode of the year, because we're coming back on January the 7th for the season finale. Being that this is the last episode of the year, I decided that it will be a good thing to talk about 2023 and the things that we want to do in 2023, the things that we want to accomplish, whether it's a real like a life accomplishment or a YouTube accomplishment or whatever you want to do. Like, is there anything that you guys want to do or plan to do next year?
I do want to get to 30K in 2013, because I want to be just like you when I grew up.
Wait, 2013.
That's what I said.
2023. Girl, I'm high.
You said 30K, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like you can. Like, you just gotta work hard. That's it. Because sometimes, listen, one thing about you, if you ain't feeling it, you ain't talking about it. But it can happen though. Like, as long as you continue to put the hard work in that you need to, it'll happen. And I want to see that for you too, though, honestly, because you know what I'm saying. Like, we just celebrated you going to 20K, so I want to see you hit the 30K too. Is there anything else you want to do with your channel? Is there anything that you want to switch up on your channel, or you want to keep it the same?
I don't know. I ain't never really thought it out that far. Probably eventually I'm gonna switch everything around, but for the most part, I keep it the way it is.
Okay, Josiah, what's some of your goals for 2023?
Well, I have already been planning it out, but I as I been reflecting on my YouTube journey, I'm a big creative, and before anything, I am a producer. I am a editor, so I love to edit. I love to create, and I'm about to start my own little side business, helping YouTubers out with their graphics. Whenever you need stuff as far as an opener, waiting room music, definitely I will be the guy to help that, because I've been kind of helping Scotty with his his waiting room music that I've been helping with.
Kinda.
And I really do enjoy it. So I think for me in this season right now, number one, come on camera more, because I kind of hide behind the camera a little bit, because I'm like, I don't want to come on camera or whatever. But come on camera, and then now that I have really had a revelation and in therapy and stuff, like, okay, I can actually be more open and transparent. I feel like sometimes when I'm on these panels, I'm quiet and I'm not as open-minded as I'm not as open as you with you guys as I should be. I want to practice being more transparent and being more vocal on platforms. So that is a goal of mine.
Okay. Maddie, what are some things that you want to do in 2023?
I don't have an answer for that. I'm trying to lead this next year with no expectations. I found that having expectations leads to a lot of pain and hurt. And I'd rather be protective of those feelings this time around than the next time. I've been doing this for quite some time. I don't know if my channel's going up or down or down or up or down, and views are there and not there. I'm just making content. I'm just being myself. I'm just putting it out there. What will be mine. What God will have for me will be, and that's how I'm leaving it.
I think we all can attest to that. You know, we all can attest to that because we have these goals, and and sometimes when things don't go the way that we may have wanted to see it go, sometimes we find ourselves disappointed. And then with YouTube, you never know, just like you said, you never know how it was going to go. Like, you on a high 1 minute and you slow down for a minute, and it's a roller coaster.
Baby, I'm just trying to wake up every morning.
Yeah, I understand that. I definitely understand that. As far as I'm concerned, I think I traveled quite a bit this year, but I also feel like I want to do more of that next year as well. A little bit more than I normally do. I really want, like, I have a whole lot of new material as far as my channel is concerned. Like, I have different segments in my head that I'm thinking about. So that's something else. Like, as far as like one of the segments, I was telling Josiah about it earlier today when we were talking, is a segment that I talked about recently that I kind of just had in my head. It was called Me and My Ex. And I was gonna bring maybe 4 or 5 guys that I used to date on the segment, and we could talk about our past relationship and where we're at today. And what's so funny about it, I said, ain't none of them gonna do it. But then I just randomly brought it up to 2 of the guys that I used to date, and they both said they would do it. So I don't
know. To all of your business, all up on Front Street. Go ahead and bring them up here, because I want
to. No, it's not gonna be that. Like, I did tell them, we're not gonna tell everything. It's just whatever we feel comfortable talking about. So, I thought it would be fun.
That's what you better have, bitch. Because I'd be all up in the business. That's what you better have.
And I made sure to ask the right people. Because you can't ask everybody to do shit like that. Because everything didn't end quite well. You know what I mean? But even though 2 people did agree to do it, I still don't know if I really want to do that or not, because that's a big risk. But whatever. But yeah, and hopefully in the new year, as much as I'm fine with being single, sometimes I want some companionship. So hopefully I get to have that. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm going to for you.
I give up. I'll be real. I give up. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Like, ever since I started getting mostly and doing, like, YouTube is my full time, I feel so unattractive. That is truth.
You feel unattractive?
Yeah. And it happens especially when someone's like asking me what I'm doing. Like, what do you do for a living? I'm like, oh, I'm a content creator. What kind of content? They assume it's porn. Like, no, it's not porn. It's YouTube. Oh, can I take a look at your channel? I'd love to be a supporter of you. And then it was so weird. It was so weird because, like, they go to my YouTube, see it, block me.
Wow.
That's happened at least 15 times this year. At least. And it's kind of put me in a weird headspace with dating right now. And something that I really love to do that brings me joy and some passion is now being looked at negatively. And it's like, is it because I talk about Drag Race? Is it because I am this extra personality that you see here? Like, I don't know what it is. So, for me, I don't know, even with dating now, like even people who I may be talking to, it feels like I am not a part of the conversation some of the times. So I used to be romantic and it's kind of dipping out of me. It's dipping out real hard. It's running fast. So
I have a question. Do you think, because I have felt this way before, so that's why I'm asking you this. Do you think that some people don't understand what we do?
Yeah.
And they judge us and stuff like that because they don't understand it?
Yeah.
Because I felt that way because I've talked to guys before, and they know that I do YouTube, but I also have a 9 to 5 too. And sometimes they don't understand that, even though I clock in to do YouTube. When I do YouTube, that's clocking in. That's another job. That's another set of income. You know what I mean? It's extra money for me. So I work hard on my shit. And not to mention, I enjoy doing my YouTube versus my 9 to 5. I hate my 9 to 5. But this is what I love to do. And that's why I work so hard at it. And it takes up a lot of my time. And sometimes when I tell people that, like if somebody was trying to talk to me, like in the past, people have tried to talk to me, and I'm like, well, I have to do this video. I have to do like 2 or 3 videos. I will let you know after I talk to you once I'm done with it. And they don't understand it. It's just some videos. You can do that at another time. It's not just videos. Like, you don't understand.
That's the last couple of people I've been talking to have made me feel that way. And it's like, I literally am blessed to say that I have made this my full-time job. I have not had to go and clock into anybody else's work for the last 2 years. I've literally been able to pay every fucking bill, buy a new car, the full gambit with this. And so it breaks my heart because it's putting me back in that headspace when I was, in that impress the masculine gay man. Don't them out too much because you want to be accepted kind of bit. It's putting me in that headspace again. Is it taking me fully there? No, but it's like, oh, well, what if I had a better job or something that was a little bit more clean cut and this, that, and the other? Would it be more acceptable? And it's got me in this weird headspace where I'm just like, bitch, I'm fucking funny and talented, and that's not being appreciated. And that kills me. Also to Jose, that's amazing. Shut up. Bitch to Deborah, to Georgia, to Eva, that's amazing. Hi, Rant Pack, thank you so much for that. That's amazing. But my point here, I don't know, man. I have to say it like that. I don't know, man. People confuse what they see on YouTube with me as my personality 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not me. You all have, except for T, have met me in person.
Hopefully that happens.
You have seen my quiet. You have seen my reserve side. You've seen me very like observational versus people assuming that I'm like this all the time. So, I don't know. It's just to better answer the question, Scotty, I'm going into 2023 with no expectations on multiple levels, but to simply just do what the fuck I know I can do. And that's be a goddamn entertainer. And that's make people laugh, make people happy, cause thoughts to spring up, and just do what I've always wanted to do. So if something comes out of it, amazing. But I can't stop what I'm doing for anybody else. So it has me feeling a little lonely, but hopefully eventually I will find someone that gets me for me, and maybe finally get my goddamn television show I've been always wanting.
Well, it's a blessing to know what you want out of life and know who you are as a person. And I feel like that right person, I know it's so taboo, that right person is going to come along.
He better be cute.
The right, because what people don't understand is, like you might come off as like, oh, super shady, but like you are a really true person, and your personality is what it is. You're not. I can honestly say there's not 1 ounce of fake in you. So I feel like that God is going to honor that because you are transparent in who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? And the right person is going to come around to see like, oh my God, like this person is everything that I need. So I'm praying that you will find the right person in your life that be like, okay, like Maddie, babe, you are freaking everything to me. I love you inside and out. It's coming, and you already put it out in the like out. So you already done manifested. So just wait for that to come.
I'm tired of waiting.
Child,
Oh,
I
I
know
hate
how
to
that
I
feels.
hate to answer it like that, but Josiah's right. But I'm also like, girl, I'm tired. Bitch, I'm 36. I'm tired.
Mhm.
I am sick of your booty's fat. Let me come over. Okay, I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. I listen.
The situationships and
I know Jesus walks with me. I know the arch is right. I know the back bends tight. I know the knees. Look at that. And come back up again. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm telling you. See, some people can't even do that. I know I can do it. I know I can jump on the stick and let it go with the head. I know I can do it. Cook some food too if I wanted to. Not give you attention if I feel like it. Argue about trivial things. No. I think for me, I guess I have done the relationship thing so much in my 20s that when I got into my 30s, I started to be a little bit more strict about who I wanted to be with. And at the same time, I was coming into uh, my gift with talking and with YouTube. So now that it's all kind of settled in, it's kind of weird to think about it, Scotty. You've been doing YouTube for a very long time. I have too. It feels weird after a while. Like when you think
right.
about where you started and then where you're at now.
Listen.
And the audience, my rant pack is up in this piece. Shout out to my babies up there. I never thought I'd have a name for my chosen online family. I don't do fans. We family here.
Scotty gang.
See what I'm saying? And so I didn't think I'd be there. I knew, I imagined these moments and stuff like that. So I have to remind myself of those things that are really important to me. I have people from across the globe, just like you, just like all of us up here, in a sense, in a sort of fashion, that give a fuck.
Right.
And whether they agree with us or not, they're here to show support. And so I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful. I don't know. I just need a little 6 foot something to come up in here, and tell me, you're beautiful. And then I pull my pants down and then it goes on, and that's just
I just feel like as long as we all know how great we all are individually as people, then there's nothing for us to really worry about. Like, it's really nothing to be worried about. Like,
are y'all doing anything for the holidays though? Are all of y'all doing something? You're not doing anything?
Mm-mm.
Girl, I wish we had this conversation earlier, Scotty. We could have done
with my boyfriend family.
See, we could have planned something for the holidays.
Yeah, we could have, child.
It wouldn't be in Atlanta.
I'm going home to Virginia so I could get bussed down by my dirty piece of trade around there. I just saw everybody for Thanksgiving, so it's just like it's the only reason why I'm coming back.
So now that you're done digesting, yes, yes.
I can get some of it out real good, then I can come back home and enjoy the rest of my decent.
So T is driving to Virginia to get an oil change and then come back. Okay, no. Someone asked to change my oil this morning, but I don't. That's gonna come with problems. You know those people that like to change your oil, but sometimes leave you with new problems with your car. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Ernest, the mechanic.
Let me come over here. I just want to hang with you for a second. 2 days later. Oh, no. Ever since I moved to my new place, all the motherfuckers with no houses have been trying to come and be like hanging out with me. And I'm like, because you're going to try to get real cute. And then be like, I'm a stay. No, you won't. No, you won't. Also, y'all, for those listening, watching this cast, if someone comes to your house with a backpack and their intentions were initially for something that's supposed to be an hour or two, be nervous. Make sure that backpack is empty. If it's full,
somebody trying to stay with you,
be nervous because it is going to. They're going to maneuver and smooth their way into your house. Trust me, I've had it happen 3 times. Yep. 3 times.
Well,
One of them we lasted for 3 years.
Well, let me just ask you guys this. If y'all have any advice that we can give each other for the remainder of 2022 or going into 2023, what would it be to each person?
Let it go.
Let
Just
go.
those just those 3 words. Whatever it is, let it go.
I agree. Let it go.
I agree too.
Leave it right here in this year. Fuck all that nonsense. Move forward, move on. If it finds its way into 2023, you've let it go already. So don't bring
And
it
be
back.
at peace.
Mhm.
Add that too. Be at peace. Peace is very important.
That's been my prayer these last couple nights. Letting it go.
You know what? I feel the same way because, like, I was at a cousin's birthday dinner the other day, and let me say the right thing because I keep forgetting that they've transitioned. So, my cousin has moved to New York, and I haven't spoken to that particular cousin in 2 years. Her mother came to me and was like, she told me that she was in New York City now. And when was the last time you talked to her or whatnot? And I said, I haven't talked to her in like 2 years. Well, what happened? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, it's really not important, honestly. I told her mother it's really not important. And it's someone in the chat that's very special to me. And I told them this story before, and they want me to make amends with this person. But I just feel as though when it comes down to it, in the words that Maddie just used, let it go, I have decided to let it go. And what I mean by let it go, it does not mean reconcile with that person. It's let go of the anger that I had to that person. Because at the end of the day, if I don't let go of the anger, then how can I possibly move forward if I continue to loathe them or dislike them based off of what they did? So I told another one of our cousins, I said, I love my cousin. Don't get me wrong. I love my cousin to death, but I just don't want nothing to do with that person anymore. And sometimes it's just best to protect yourself from that.
I feel that way about certain siblings right now. Dead ass, and my daddy don't understand it. Oh, but they say that's in the Bible. That's what's going to happen. I said, and the Bible foretold this situation happening, because when someone makes you uncomfortable in your space and body, hell no. I have been living like that for too many years, so I don't want to be around that no more. So I've let them go. I don't call them. I don't text. They can talk to family members and say, Maddie's doing this, that, and the other. Yes, I am. And I'm intentionally doing that to you. So we're not there no more. And when we do see each other, it just so happens we saw each other in person. You don't answer the phone no more, and I'm going to tell you, no, I do not. Just I'll tell you over here right now, I'm a real one. I'm going to tell you I don't like you. I will flat. I don't like you because, and it won't just be I don't like you. No, because you did A, B, C, D. Let's get to numbers, please. I can't do it anymore. You know what I mean? And there's certain, and also one thing too about letting it go, just because you had good times with someone before in your past doesn't mean you need to take them into your future. So if that friendship stopped then, it stops now, and it stops for going on in the future. We don't need to be friends no more. We was cool then. We don't need to be cool now. Done. I don't want to bring in my old past anymore, because every time I've done that, something bad always happens. So mess starts again, drama again. And I'm wondering, why is that? Because you brought that right back to your place again. So in case any of these friends out there looking like, Matt doesn't call me, you know why? Bitch, almost went to jail over your ass. You know why? Almost beat up that boy in the club over you. You know why? You still drink Mad Dog 2020. Ew. You know why?
Yeah, some people think, just like Kat said in the chat, boundaries are important. And some people think that when you set boundaries with a person, you holding on to something, or you holding on to a grudge. I'm not holding no grudge. I gotta let you know where you need to stop, where the stopping point is. Like, this is what I'm not gonna deal with. This is what I'm not gonna tolerate. This is not what I'm finna continue to have in my life. When it's affecting my energy and my inner peace, I don't need it around me.
Like,
can I
You
be
know
honest?
what? Mellow Mutt went through that in tonight's episode, so you got a lot to talk about.
Oh, child.
Can
What you
I
gonna
be
say,
honest with you
Josiah?
guys? It took me probably to like the beginning of last year to understand what boundaries are because I didn't have boundaries within myself. And I could be up here honest and transparent with you guys and say that I didn't really have any boundaries as far as what I can tolerate and what I can't. I was a pushover. I let people walk over me or just really just didn't speak up because as me overcoming trauma, childhood trauma as a people pleaser, trying to make everybody happy and okay, I didn't know how to speak up for myself at that moment. So I think this year really taught me, and this year and last year, especially the breakdown of those friendships, really taught me of when I can speak up, when should I speak up for myself, and it's okay to be honest and let people know what's up in those type of situations versus me holding it in and not speaking about it. And then me popping the fuck off and people like, why Josiah, you're so quiet, you're so chill, why are you going off? It could have been prevented me if I would have been upfront at that moment. So it was a learning experience for me. And you guys, I always shade y'all about, y'all being the aunties, whatever, but you guys have really taught me that in each and that like individually. So thank y'all.
Well, I for one can say that I appreciate you saying it. I mean, because being that you are the youngest out of all of us, I feel like we have gone through and experienced a lot more than you have at this point. So there's some things that you're beginning to experience that I've already fucking experienced already, child. And I could pretty much tell you that it ain't really worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's like even with you know what I'm saying? Like even with
honey.
listen, like I don't like I have seen
Johnny preaching because what you had said, listen, you hit one of my quotes right there because that's where that comes from. That's that let me remind you of life. Listen, okay.
right, okay. Like seriously, like it's so many things. Like it's even to the point to where it's like I don't even bother with responding to things that don't really matter to me. Like when people say things about me that is not necessarily the most positive, I have to learn how to not respond, or I have to figure out a way. Like I'm still learning. Like if you catch me on the right day and time, you're gonna get a response.
Like imagine if something happens to you so consistently to where you have become so blind to that thing taking place that you've stuck yourself in a cycle of being mad about something that you can control. I have a friend who sends me and tells me the same story almost every time we get on the phone about how someone's talking bad about him, how he did this and how he did that. And it keeps being the same consistency in all those stories. And I start to ask myself, bitch, are you the problem? Is it really them or is it you? And if that is the case, have you thought about really evaluating what's happening indoors? Because clearly it's a consistent problem. But I can't give you this answer of you're doing fine, sweetie. Everything's okay when it's not, because I also have experienced moments like that with them. And I handled it differently. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you gotta realize, Josiah, like you say, we the aunties here. What, 36? Scotty, what are you?
33.
33, 3 years under me. Josiah, what are you? 25, 26?
I'm 28.
You take the first answer. You never take the second.
Okay, I'm 25.
So we have about 2 different generations of schools ahead of you in terms of grade school. Like, you know how it's like freshman to like a senior year. So I'm 05. You know what I'm saying? That's like 2 different boom, boom, booms of that to go through before you got there. Like I was already out of college when you were going into college, that kind of stuff. Same thing with Scotty. We were already leaving places you were about to touch. So we just saw those things happen. We just got through there. So when you ask me or Sky those questions, they're coming from a place of, we were just there, girl. We're not trying to see you go down this road either. I was blessed, lucky, and fortunate enough to have people like that were 8 or 7, 9 years older than me who also did that with me. Unfortunately, all those people are not here with me anymore. They all died for unfortunate reasons and different causes. This, that, and the other. This community is sick. But you have so much time on your hand. Bitch, I wish I was 28 again. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh,
Jesus.
And that was like just 8 years ago. It wasn't even that long, but like 20. Oh, I could. Oh, I had. Bitch,
and I'd be thinking it would be over. Like I'd be thinking it would be over.
I would probably say that my 20s was probably the worst times of my life. I experienced so much in my 20s. Like I experienced some of the worst things in my 20s. Like, and I know that other people have experienced some of the same things, but me looking back at some of the things that I've seen and witnessed and gone through as a whole in my 20s, it's like I don't know how the fuck I was able to come out of the shit. Cause I felt like I was crazy as shit throughout my 20s. Like for real. Like I didn't really start to get a sane brain until I was like 29. Because it was so I had dealt with so many things in my 20s. And then, when people would come into my life and they would give me like warmth and the things that I've always wanted from someone. And I didn't know how to accept it because I thought it was too good to be true. I would think that, I don't deserve it. It's like I was mentally fucked up in my 20s. And sometimes I feel like, with me being 33 going on 34 in February, it's like, all those things that people tried to offer me that I thought I didn't deserve. Bitch, I did fucking deserve it.
Also, think about it this way. Harrison Ford was a carpenter until he was 40 years old. And that first movie he was in was what? Star Wars, Han Solo. 40. 40. The guy in The Hangover, Ken, the Asian character, whatever. That man was in a whole nother career set. Auditioned for stuff because that's what he wanted to do. He was in his mid-40s. Listen, time is only short when you don't take care of yourself. Or put yourself in positions where you can get rid of things, and honestly, you could be taken at any moment. But like in reality, you never know when your moment is going to be. Like, as much as I sit here and I complain and go, oh my God, my life, I already have in my mind that if I didn't get the success I wanted this year, there's next year. And if I didn't get it that year, there's the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that, because I'm still going to be cute in my 40s. I don't know about the rest of the girls, but I'm still going to be beat in my 40s. So there's time. I have a chance here. I just have to keep going. And so depression is real. Anxiety is real. Your feelings are valid. Questions need to be answered. Those things you need to carry. Your questions need to be answered. Your feelings are valid. Depression is real. Anxiety is there. Fight it. Keep fighting it. I'll be fighting it as we speak when I get off this live. Literally, I'm about to have another edible. I'm about to pass out and call it a day. I got to edit this Canada versus the World video, but a lot of people don't know the reason why I haven't been editing things fast enough is because when I turn off the computers, I have a little moment to cry in this corner over here, and then I have to get back up and try this again because I'm over here emotionally erect because I am not happy with a lot of things. I'm happy with a lot of things, but I'm not happy with a lot of things at the same time. It's like I'm good with this, but I'm not good with that. I'm good with this, but I'm not good with that. And it's causing me to tear up a little bit. Like, fuck, what's going on?
I'm about to feel now.
Yeah, me. You don't understand. Like, I'm gonna say this too, and I think I said it to was it Jamar or Josiah? I don't know who it was.
One of the quiet ones. Okay, go ahead.
Not one of the quiet ones.
One's a silent cue. No,
everybody in my friend group said I'm the quiet one. Oh Lord.
I wouldn't know. I'm not invited to your parties.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
Is it because I'm old? Just say because I'm old. Just say I'm too old to be.
No. Oh my God.
Even though my friend Reese was there, but no, it's okay. I call him Reese. His name's Mo. But
not because I'm old.
That's Wayne's close friend. So I know Maurice through Wayne.
So I know Mo I used to live with Mo when I lived in Fifth Ward. Actually, that's another funny story. See, again, I'm a Houstonian. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you are, honey.
I've known
be lit.
I was a part of that. I was a part of that. Like I was the people going out with him being lit like that. Yeah, I've known Mo for a decade. About a decade. Yeah. I've known him for a long time. So it was so funny when he said he was going over to her house. I was like, really? He goes, don't you know him or something? I said, I do a show with him. He's like, oh. And I was like, I was like, I'm gonna text him right now. Don't do that, Matt. You know you always do this. What? Being mean and messy when I'm not being mean and messy, but basically saying you need to invite me next time home by being mean and messy. Okay. I'm gonna throw a jab, and that is my only jab.
Oh yes, he gonna throw a jab. Oh, he gonna do that, honey.
I'm gonna throw a jab, and that jab's to be like, you should have called me. I'm gonna give you a frog like a big sister. Pop.
That's one of my friends did that to me yesterday. They threw it when I texted them. I didn't realize they said you left me. I said, nephew, where? They was upset because I didn't tell them I was going to my classmate's funeral and they wanted to go, but I didn't know they wanted to go.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, like Maddie, I didn't feel like sometimes you would want to maybe hang out with me or something, you know?
Oh, it's not because I don't want to hang out with you. It's because me internally as a person, I have to know where we're going, what we're doing, what it's going to be.
and that's fair.
And that can be a lot for folks. So I normally tend to stay my ass at home. And then if people want to come on by, which that don't happen, but when they do come on by, it's like, hey, come on by and we'll hang. And then if you plan something with me, I'll go with you. I'm at that age. I don't impulsively get up and just, everyone's going to decide us. No. Days to know what's happening.
Remember when I came to Houston, he was ready because we talked about it before I came there. So he was there.
Because honey, let Scotty had came up in here and I didn't know. Bitch, I'd have been like, well, I guess I'll see you the next time you come back here. You better talk to some of my other friends too. They will tell you, you have to contact me and let me know what you are thinking because in my own bitch, I will roll a bleezy real quick. I will put on my Nintendo Switch. Look at this lighting up here. Are you crap, bitch? I will turn this into better yet, where's my movie theater lighting? There it go. I will turn this sucker into a movie theater. With the quickness, and I will go into my own world. So, like, you gotta let me know.
I received that, and that is noted. Okay, so next time, something go down. Even if you say no, that's okay.
Because I'm an extroverted introvert. Like, I love people.
Yeah, you just like me.
I have to be by myself sometimes, but I also can't be by myself too long, or I will go fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what's happening now.
I'm gonna say this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this before we go. A lot of people get on me because I don't rest as much as I should. And
I haven't had a vacation this year at all. This entire year, I haven't had one. I think that's also a reason. Go ahead, Scotty. I'm sorry. So you bring the trauma out of me. You bring trauma out of me.
Does us going to Atlanta count?
No. Bitch, that house was cold. No.
It really was cold, child. It was cold.
I was concerned about how you were feeling. So that was not a vacation for me. Like that was let me make sure I got this together. Let me make sure all this is done correctly. Felt like I was doing a bad job on that. Then I didn't like that one friend. I was like, girl, this old roof. Excuse me.
Okay, so basically, what I was saying was, they say I don't rest enough. But have you ever felt? Look at Maddie, I can't deal with him.
I just was looking for that G. Hold on.
Yeah,
I dropped it off back there.
Have you ever felt like even though you do a lot, you're not doing enough?
Yes.
Because that's how I feel.
I honestly, like when I see everyone going on vacation, I'm thinking, is this because I'm a YouTuber? Like, not even lying. I'm like, it's because I'm a YouTuber, right? I can't really afford this the way I want to afford this. I'm not getting like drama channel like numbers here.
Right.
I'm getting pay my bill numbers and like, you know, possibly go out to eat for a nice dinner numbers unless I just start saving like that. I don't know. Yes, Scotty, like a lot. I'm actually, if I were to be honest, I am very much drained. I'm not even gonna lie. I am drained.
I know how you feel.
I need like at least 3 days on someone's beach.
I know when I was off work last weekend, I didn't do shit but lay in the bed all day. That's all I want to do was lay down.
But is it bad that I want to have a vacation with somebody inside of me?
No, okay. That's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
See, that's like the best vacation. Like there's sex happening and you're on vacation. It's like, yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. Josiah must be decorating these cookies off camera.
No, I'm sorry. I was doing something.
They cool. You was peeing. No, I'm just playing. Okay.
Well, with that being said, y'all, this was the 9th episode of the season, Boys Night Out. Okay. We'll be on holiday break, so you won't see us next week or the week after that because it's Christmas Eve, then it's New Year's Eve. We won't be back until January the 7th to close out the season. We'll be back for our season finale, okay, for Boys Night Out for the 3rd season. I really enjoyed this episode. We laughed, we gagged, and we closed it with some good conversation, as always. Okay, so before we get up out of here, we're gonna close this off with letting everybody know what we got coming up on our platform. So Josiah, what you got coming up?
So tomorrow I am treating my YouTube. I'll be working my full 8-hour shift at YouTube. So just expect a couple of StreamYard videos and some commentary. Yeah, and then throughout the week as well. I'm trying to get back up there after leaving the hospital. So
you trying to get back in that algorithm, child?
Yeah, because I was doing my last little video did a little good. 3K views on it. The Devon Franklin video.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, come on, Josiah. All right, then. What's going on with yours, T?
Nothing. I just did the LAMH live, so y'all go and check that out.
That episode better be worth some, T.
I mean, I'm gonna let you decide for yourself. I'm gonna let you decide for yourself.
Okay, that's fair.
And tomorrow is the RHOP where I'm finna gag them dusty bitches too, especially Tacky and Dick them down. I'm really gonna dig at them hoes. So y'all definitely make sure that y'all are there for that. And
are you still reviewing Blueface? Are you still reviewing Blueface and Krishan?
Ooh, why? 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 They work better with other castings.
It did like 2.5 some. It did more than what I thought it was gonna do. So I mean, and especially since I'm gonna be gone next week, I mean, I might just do it just to make YouTube happy, but I ain't looking forward to it because it's cringy.
See,
mine got 4K. I wasn't expecting it at all.
I wish I reviewed I Love Bobby because my TikTok video has 89,000 views.
Oh,
and I was reading, but it was, I don't know. We'll see. I might have to add.
Bobby Purr was a vibe. I watched that through listen. That shit was good as hell.
I couldn't get into it after the man in the wheelchair, when that light-skinned behemoth ran up on him, and I'm like, he's in girl. What are you gonna do? Tip him over? He's not a cow. Like, what are we doing today?
It don't get no worse than Blueface.
Are you talking about Brandy Glaze, big ass?
Yes.
No worse. Like,
I don't think anything.
And they recorded it. I said, "Oh, God."
I don't think anything is worse than this Blueface and Krishan show because me and T had the same fucking expression. I don't think nothing is worse.
How many episodes is into it right now? How many episodes?
Just one. Just one.
All this happened in the first episode.
Terrible. It is terrible. Okay. There's no confessionals. There's no confessional. It's the same way you described that Drea show. They just following them everywhere. There's no confessionals or nothing. No structure. Just a bunch of footage of them acting a fucking fool. It's terrible. Like when they was in that damn. That's the thing that I was gonna bring up, T. When they was in that damn clothing store and they had that fake wedding and she was gazing into his eyes like they was really at the altar getting married. And she was crying, and he was looking at her like, "What the fuck you crying for?" And I was looking at her the same way, like, "Bitch, you in the damn clothing store? Y'all faking like y'all getting married? And y'all, you what?"
But it was her not having a shirt on and no bra for me.
Yeah, she's walking around with a big fur coat on with her titties out.
Yeah, she talk about something. You know I ain't got no shirt on. Bitch, whose fault is that? You knew you was coming to try on clothes. Like
and when they showed her,
I said if he gave,
no, when they showed her giving him head, I was done.
Yeah, I was done after that. I was done after that. I said no.
Wait, we see that head bobbing.
She put her head under the covers and he did her like this.
And you can hear it. You can hear it. They didn't like do it over the cover, but you can hear it. She wanted to talk to you.
That shit is the worst shit I have ever seen in my life. It's the most it's the uncomfortable watch. T asked me, and T was like, "I'm gonna see what this blue face shit is about. Can you send me your Zeus information again?"
I still am paying for my Zeus, so I might.
I'm telling you, you're gonna be disgusted.
It's actually kind of sad though.
Wow.
Because she's really going through some shit. Like if you gotta wake up and you just drunk every day just to be with this nigga, I feel kind of bad for her. Because like she was like every scene, she was drunk boots. Early in the morning,
she really was.
Afternoon, late at night, she drunk boots.
She really was like and then Blueface looked like he don't even bathe. So it's just ugh.
So maybe it's Blue Waffle versus Blueface, right? Okay.
Someone said, Sofa Dog said, Maddie don't need that after seeing Jocelyn and Ballistic.
I will never, ever get that image out of my head.
When he ate her out in that tub.
I could have taken to see, I have seen many of man eating kitty cats out. I prefer straight porn sometimes, okay? Prefer it, to be honest. I don't want it. Sometimes the us be given to... it's like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like do something. Anywho, yeah, that man.
I'm telling y'all, if y'all watch that show, y'all gonna be disgusted after you watch it. For me to hear T say that, I know it was bad. Cause I knew it was bad when T said it. Cause I just knew T was gonna enjoy it more than I did. I did not enjoy that show. And I'm just like,
you saying them syphilis bumps on Blue's face. Girl.
Not syphilis. You know what? On that note, we're about to go on the end this time. Thank you guys for watching.
What are you talking about? Oh my God. I read that. Scotty like.
Now you got Maddie just. Y'all got.
Oh my God. I have to watch it tonight.
Oh, when you watch it, please put it in the group chat and tell us what you think about it. Because me and T, because I don't think Josiah nor Jamar seen it yet. Me and T gonna be sitting there waiting to see what you got to say about it.
You're gonna have me staring at this man's face. I'm so mad. I'm so mad I read that. Okay, look, see, Janet Jackson, this is the shit I was talking about. She just posted something. Surprise the kids at Broadway Dance Center.
We're almost at 3 hours. Bye, y'all. We'll see y'all at the top of the year. We'll see y'all later.
Bye, everyone. Bye from Jan. It's not over, Scotty. It's still